It's bigger on the inside.
Is it? I hadn't noticed.
Hello everybody, Nickname here and welcome to Bigger on the Inside, episode number 3, 4, I don't know, I haven't really figured. Thank you for that. Great start. As always, I'm joined with Ringo.
Hello.
And we have a very special guest for this one, Will.
So special. Hello.
Also known as the Doctor of Who, because
Just
why not have a
okay.
pretentious name?
Yeah.
So how have we all been?
Good?
What?
That was weird.
It's like, it's my go-to answer. Someone asks how I am. Just
It's
good.
just good. Yeah.
No context. Just
Even if it's like the best day of your life, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Try to underplay it as much as possible. So what have you guys been up to for the past month or so?
Lots of TAFE. Lots of TAFE-y stuff. Yeah.
saying I'm studying for exams and not really studying for exams, but making a movie. Is that good enough answer?
Yeah, making movies.
Yeah, I'd say that's the same as me when I say TAFE. I mean, I'm making movies.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like your style, Will.
Always the answer. Good and making movies.
There we go.
Yes, you are. Is it Skipperino? That's what the movie
Yes,
is called.
that is correct.
You
We are
wanna-
filming again this Sunday, which is so exciting because we have
Ooh.
2 actual professional actors on scene.
Professional.
Well, I mean, yeah, like they actually do acting, which is gonna be awesome.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
How was it working on the first day with
Connor, he is an actual acting legend. I never actually seen him act, and he just gave me some
He
tears.
woofed?
He woofed, yeah, he woofed. He gave me some
That's a good
tears. He
start,
did,
yeah.
Which is like, this guy is going to carry the movie.
Well,
but
you
yeah.
hope so. He's your lead role.
Nick, what have you been up to this past month?
I've been doing a lot of. I've been trying to do new stuff. So, do you remember how I uploaded on Twitter like a bunch of movies I have not seen?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, and particularly you, George. You were like, you were just furious.
Look, some of them you haven't seen. Some of them you haven't seen, I was a bit shocked by. All right,
Yeah.
that's all I'm gonna say.
So I've got through 3 of them so far. Yeah, it's a slow start.
That's not many.
It's a
Which
slow
3?
start. So the first one I looked at was 2001: A Space Odyssey because that was on television. I didn't even have to try for that
start.
one; it was just on there.
So good.
See, that's the thing. I didn't really like that movie. I'm going to say the controversial thing. I didn't really like that movie.
It's okay. It's okay.
It was just too slow.
I forgive you.
There's nothing like. There are some really nice shots. I will give Kubrick that. He had some nice shots, but
You will give Kubrick that. That is not a sentence that any of us should be able to say.
but yeah. The thing went for almost 4 hours, which would be fine, like Lord of the Rings, where if actually stuff actually happened. But for like give an example. The first 20 minutes is on the dawn of man, right? So it's basically watching humans dressed up as gorillas doing a bunch of things. Now, I thought I was watching a separate movie because because the movie was 2001: A Space Odyssey, so I was expecting, just get right into the space stuff. I didn't expect this whole Dawn of Man thing, and I was watching this with my dad, so he was just like, "What are you watching? You watching an animal documentary?" I'm like, "No."
Nope.
And then the worst part about it was, it doesn't add anything to that movie. Straight after that 20 minutes, it goes straight into space. No context.
Yeah.
There's no transition whatsoever. And
I
the
can
point,
safely say that you might like Skipperino more than 2001: A Space Odyssey. that's he's hoping.
It'll be You can give George that.
yes.
Thank you. I'm just looking through your list now, and I'm just, oh man.
Yeah. So that was the first one. The second one I saw was The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yes.
So, I love Christmas movies. It's probably one of the best times of the year.
Don't say you hate it. Don't say you hate it.
No, I really did love them. That Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, good. There's no
Yes.
but. Good.
I love that.
There is
movie
no but
so
there
much.
whatsoever. I loved Michael Caine as Scrooge. He was absolutely fantastic. Gonzo as Charles Dickens was hilarious. And then you had Rizzo, who I think, honest to God, stole the show. He was just... Rizzo the Rat is one of the funniest Muppet characters there is. Hands down. And it's weird because I got introduced to Rizzo via The Muppets Take Manhattan. I think that was one of his first appearances. And I just fell in love with that character, and this movie solidifies how awesome it is. But actually, why I think I love The Muppet Christmas Carol as good as it do is because it's very true to how it is, but it doesn't take itself too seriously as well.
Yep.
I mean, you have Muppets, for God's sake. You can't really take yourself seriously with Muppets.
And your third?
Oh, the third one I saw was The Hunt for Red October.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
So
I'm intrigued now.
Yeah, so I saw it, and oh my God, it is in my top 50 movies of all time.
Ooh.
Good.
It is
Good.
such an awesome movie. It was so suspenseful. Sean Connery is fantastic in that movie.
He's the worst Russian you've ever heard.
Yeah, but you don't care about it because you're
Yeah,
just so
it's Sean
invested in
Connery.
the story.
Yeah.
And then Alec Baldwin. I was surprised because I'm always used to was it Harrison Ford that played Jack Ryan in later movies? Because I know Jack Ryan has been played by multiple actors, but Alec Baldwin plays the character so well, which is weird because the last time I'd ever seen an Alec Baldwin movie was Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Cat in the Hat for me.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in Cat in the Hat.
See, people always forget that, but his face just is in my head permanently for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that
No,
cat,
Thomas was my one.
cat terrified me in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mike Myers. Oh, God. I just cringe thinking about how horrible
You let me
everything
know
about
once
that
you've
movie
seen The
was.
Shining, Nick. Because I can see that that's on your list, and oh man.
Yeah, I will see The Shining. I'm getting
Oof,
through it.
That movie.
I think...
So here's the list of Jack Ryans, just so you know. Chris Pine, Harrison Ford, Alec Baldwin, and Ben Affleck, amongst others.
There you go.
I didn't
Harris, I was right, Harrison Ford, because I'm pretty sure there was
Yeah.
the Patriot, and
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
so I was like, I knew what I was talking about. Thank God.
Yeah, you're on it.
I think the next movies I want to see are going to be Alien and Aliens
Of course.
and
Yep.
Beauty and the Beast. They're my three that I want to see because I know that a friend of mine has those DVDs, so I'm just going to borrow them off him
Borrow.
and never give it back. But yeah, so those are those are probably my next three that I'm going to look at, and I'll intentionally leave Princess Bride to last.
Wait, what did you just say?
I'm leaving The Princess Bride as the very last movie on my list
Oh,
I
no,
watch.
that's good. Saving the best to last. I like the style.
Yeah, so much hype, therefore I can be disappointed if it does not
Yeah.
live to
Oh.
those expectations.
Dude, that movie has a special spot in my heart because I watched it for the first time when I downloaded Windows 8 and 10, sorry, and I was sitting there so bored. I'm like, all right, let's see what this is, and I loved it, It was great. So
Celebrate the occasion.
I always remember that moment because it was Windows 10, which is So there's that. I don't know why I know that story by heart, but I do.
I also got around to reading Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It's not the best Harry Potter book, but it still definitely is Harry Potter. It's not like...
Cool.
I haven't read it.
Yeah.
No, it copped a bit of flack
Yeah.
about feeling not Harry Potter, so that's good that it might have been over the top, those rumours.
Yeah, and I think also a lot of people didn't like the fact it was in script form. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, it's a play. What were you
I would've enjoyed
expecting?
reading that one.
I also got around to buying Rocket League. Finally, because I bought it for Steam, but Steam doesn't like me, so I could never ever play it on my laptop because it's so underpowered. So I had to actually buy it on PS4. Because I always see people just like playing Rocket League and they're just having so much fun, and then there's just me, and it's like, yeah, you have your fun. I'll join you one day, and that day
I live
is
off my
come.
mates' Rocket League. Because of the PS4, the great thing, if they're logged in, you can download their game if they're not playing it.
Oh.
So I live off his one. Hey,
Will.
it's fun. It's free. He paid it some point.
Well,
But it's okay, because when I play it, I'm terrible. I don't think I've scored a single goal in the, 50 times I've played it. So, I feel like I haven't taken any money off the developers.
Because you haven't invested enough time to actually
No,
get good.
yeah, I haven't invested any skill or money into it, so it's fine.
I like your logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually
Also,
works.
EB Expo was not long ago either.
I really wish I went there. It looked like I had a lot of fun.
You
It was-
have
yeah, it was
packs. You have packs, okay?
Yeah, I do have
Yeah.
packs. But
Calm down, mate. Don't feel like you're disadvantaged.
Thanks of reasoning. No reasoning. Continue.
No.
You got behind the scenes access, didn't you?
Ish.
Ish. Okay, explain.
So we didn't know, myself and Josh, my friend, we didn't know we got press passes until, I think, the Wednesday. So,
Oh.
and it was on the Friday, so we had no time to plan, we couldn't, book any interviews or anything. It was more so, we went there and we felt less insecure about filming things. That was the press part.
Yeah.
We were kind of more, the last couple of years were always like, they might get angry at us. The only difference is we didn't care, because we were like, we're press. So that's it. We were like, take us down, you try. Look at our badges. It says that I'm a host editor. I don't know what that means.
The power you would have had.
Did
Ooh,
you
that
come
would
up
have
with
been
that
amazing.
title, or did they?
I guess they must have, but the best part was my mate. Mine said host editor. His just said nerdcast, which is our stupid little YouTube thing.
Yeah.
But that means that he is nothing. He's just the name.
He
But
just-
his
he's
his
inferior.
nerdcast and you're host
Yeah.
and editor.
I am everything else.
Oh, so how was it being, the cool press guys? That would have been awesome.
It was cool. We felt like we actually had to do something. Yeah, it was interesting. We didn't talk to any devs, but we definitely tried a lot more to look cool whilst playing games, and get those filmed. And jumping queues, that's the great thing. I now want to. It's just any convention has too many queues, so it's great to be able to just jump to the front.
As a person that had to endure those queues, I can definitely say not having to endure those queues would be much better.
Definitely just people looking at you and going, it says host and editor, but I have no idea who he is, and he's jumping queues. They must be really annoyed at you. But,
Yeah.
But for the people who do know you, they'd be like, yep.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he deserves it.
those 15 people that might have recognized you.
That's a bit much.
Oh,
I'm thinking 3. And one of them would be our cameraman.
Does that really count then?
No, well, the disappointing thing was we were like, oh, we've got press passes, we could film and stuff, but the problem was we got 2, which means we both had them, but our cameraman didn't. So there was occasion where he couldn't play the games, he just had to stand on the outside of the queues and just film
man.
us.
Wow.
So it got to a point where I was like, have you played anything? I really feel bad. Have you played anything? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Alright.
Poor cameraman.
Yeah.
He's like the most.
Alright,
he's like the most important part of your thing, apart from you.
Yeah, without him, it'd just be 2 guys feeling professional whilst doing nothing. Whilst playing video games with no one knowing.
Exactly. And sticking with the games, and I just if you've ever seen my Twitter for the past week, you know I'm going to talk about this. The Nintendo Switch, the announcement,
Oh yes.
which was at
Unavoidable.
1 a.m. in the morning. And I'm used to staying up late for ridiculous things like the Doctor Who companion announcement, yeah, or
I was there.
or the Doctor Who just Capaldi being announced at 4
Oh
a.m.
yeah, I didn't sleep for weeks before that. I was so ready for that one.
So I'm used to staying up late, right? And then I found out about 2 hours beforehand that it was only this 3-minute thing. And I'm thinking to myself, oh crap, that's not good. why only 3 minutes? You're announcing a new console. You might need a bit more time than that. But then, Nintendo did the amazing thing and actually delivered a decent trailer, which I was really happy with.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one. It was certainly a weird trailer. Like, I still don't really know much about it. Like,
I think that was the point. I think it was just like a little taste, you know?
It's kind of like what we know about Dr. Mysterio. We know nothing. What is that episode going to be?
It's going to be amazing.
Like, this isn't Mexico. Why is it Dr. Mysterio?
Yeah.
And we'll get to Dr. Mysterio later.
Yeah, we're talking Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I gotta say, I'm the opposite of Nick here. I do not have any... My only experience with Nintendo is my Wii in my living room, but that's it. And I gotta say, depending on the price, I'm interested in this Switch. I think it looks like something I can get behind.
Yep.
Are you saying
I'm
it
100%
switched
with
your
that, too.
opinion on Nintendo?
Oh, yes, it has, but I'm interested in the price. That's the one thing I'm curious about.
I feel like EB did the wrong thing by putting their pre-order up and saying the potential price is $1,000.
I know, right?
Like, who went onto the website and went, yeah, that's fine. I'm willing.
Yeah, based on their past three consoles, I'm sure they're gonna do it for $1,000, you know?
Yeah. It's gonna cost more than VR. Like, what is that?
I think for me, as like you guys, I think the price is important. I don't expect anything. Probably $350, $400 maybe at the most.
Yep.
Mm.
I don't see them going higher than what the PS4 was, which was like $500. And I don't know. I didn't pay for the PS4.
Well,
It's
Rocket
Alright,
League,
then.
PS4. I think Nick's got the higher,
I think
the
so,
highest
yeah.
deal, yeah.
Yeah.
um,
I feel like it's a handheld console, so the price has to be a little less steep. Like, it's predominantly a handheld console that connects to your TV, in a way.
The one thing that's got me, that probably switched me, was this picture I'm putting in the chat right now. It's showing all their partners, and I'm like, whoa. The amount of partners they have
I
for
remember
for this Switch
When
is like, dude, Bethesda? Like,
I
that was the
saw
first thing I
Bethesda
saw.
in the trailer, like with the Skyrim. I didn't realize it was
I'm
Skyrim
like,
at first.
If I can play Skyrim and all these games that I love from all these game companies, you know, it's going to be awesome. I can get my head around that.
Well, I saw stuff like Codemasters, and Codemasters are normally like Formula One, if I'm not mistaken. That's basically what their go-to thing was. But I don't remember F1 being on a Nintendo console in forever. Yeah, we're looking at it like Sega. Sega's not surprising. I mean, Sega and Nintendo are like best buds.
Telltale. I think that's a really good idea. Like, especially if it's a touchscreen.
Yeah,
they haven't
I
said
don't
no
know
to,
if it will
but-
be a touchscreen or not. I just don't know. I mean, you'd hope it would, but then it feels counterproductive because of the whole having to put it in the dock, you know, to use it.
This is true.
The one that actually interested me, there was two actually. DNA, because DNA are the mobile company that Nintendo are working with to do the mobile games. So to see that on the Switch actually, I don't know how to. I like. So are they bringing the mobile games to Switch? Can you play the mobile games? I don't know. See, I was kind of. I don't know how to feel about that. The other one that I was actually interested with was Unity, because Unity is used by a lot of developers. So the fact
it's a very helpful thing for indie as well, if they're helping with Unity.
I know that Ukulele is using indie, so I'm like, come on, bring it to the Switch. Just looking at it, there's not really that many that are surprising. I would like to see CD Projekt Red do their next one on the Switch, considering how...
Give me a Naughty Dog game on the
Switch. Naughty Dog.
Just watch the Switch melt.
give me that Crash Bandicoot remastered edition on the Switch.
Yeah.
I can go for that.
Yeah.
I could totally go with that.
Crash on the go.
Oh my god. Let's hope it's better than Crash of the Titans. I remember. I remember when I did the Smash podcast, we were talking about Crash of the Titans, and he was somewhat trying to defend the game. Like, you cannot defend that game. That was appalling. I just don't know about the Crash franchise, though. I mean, because Naughty Dog don't actually have the rights to Crash anymore. It's Activision, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm gonna be a bit apprehensive. I'm hopeful.
I don't know why they I don't want a remaster. I want a new game and ports of the old ones.
Because it's easier to remaster stuff.
Yeah.
That's why they do it.
Same as how it's easy for Hollywood to,
remake and
Yep.
sequels.
So I'm not going to go into that, but that's always on my mind. The way Hollywood is just... Anyway.
I think the less said about the remakes in the past 2 years, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cannot remember the last time there was a decent remake. Probably...
I will say, Magnificent Seven was brilliant.
Yeah, that's probably the one I could probably get behind.
Yeah, but that's it.
Maybe True Grit, but that was definitely a couple of years ago.
True
That
Grit,
video was...
I think I've seen... Yeah, that's... Oof. I just, for those wondering, I've just put a link to a CinemaSins video of recent, which was just some anger towards Hollywood, which I won't go into right now.
Oh my god! One of his my favorite insults from him was teddy bear arsonists. That was I died when I heard that. When I heard him say that, I was just like, yeah, I can't top that. That is one of my favorite insults. And I'm sure I will use it at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Alright, is there anything else that's happened that you would like to talk about before we get into the news?
I'm sweating a little bit.
Oh, okay, well now I think I might start sweating.
Yeah, let's all have a sweat off. So you can sweat the most.
I have this beautiful Civ 6 map that I can use as a tea towel just in case I start sweating.
Oh!
Yeah.
Because that's why that map came with.
Yeah, for sweating people.
Have you been playing Civ 6, have you?
I've been playing a lot of Civ 6. And I've also been playing Civ 5 because my friends don't have Civ 6. But, yeah, it's good.
I never understood the appeal of Civilization. I don't know.
Oof. Don't. You'll be up till, 3 AM thinking it's only been an hour, but it's really been 12. Anyway, I won't go into that because it's a dark area
That's
of
me
gaming.
with FIFA. FIFA. I play one game, I play 10, and then I realize it's been 12 hours. I'm like, what? No, I can't be FIFA.
Yep, you don't want that. Well, you do, but you don't. You secretly do, but you never want that. Anyway, let's actually talk about something called Doctor Who. That might be good.
yeah.
Well,
Right.
actually,
That show.
we're not actually going to talk about Doctor Who just yet because we have to acknowledge another sci-fi show first.
Ooh.
So,
Is it Star Wars Rebels?
Yeah, so it's Star Wars Rebels. Tom Baker as the Bendu is amazing.
Oh, such a good show.
Oh.
It's
yes,
been
I've
22
seen
minutes.
you binged that recently. Well,
I finished season 3 today, or I caught up. That show is
So
just
good.
stunning.
Anyway,
Let's talk about that other sci-fi show.
that other sci-fi
That one,
show.
the other one.
what's that other one?
The other,
That has the word star in it.
other Star show.
Oh.
Star Blazer? No, I'm kidding.
Stargate.
Stargate.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Stargate.
Stargate, yes. SG-1.
Alright.
No, of course we're talking about Star Trek, that recently celebrated their 50th anniversary.
Ah, just
Good
a
on them.
baby.
It's still 3 years, 3 years younger than Doctor Who, and will be for
Aw.
eternity.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
I
it
mean,
works.
they both involve time travel, so possibly somehow they might catch up. You just never know with time.
Wibbly wobbly.
One thing I'm actually interested to know, right? How much of an influence do you think Star Trek's actually been towards society as a general?
A lot of cosplay.
Fair enough. I have seen a lot of Spock. Not so much of Kirk,
Oh.
but I've seen a lot of Spock.
Yeah.
It's certainly defined the nerd. It's like if they have the ears, a lightsaber, and a scarf,
Yeah.
they're probably a nerd.
I think Star...
Is society. Yeah.
If-
And if they're all
anything, Star
three, they're
Trek's-
confused.
Yeah, Star
Yeah.
Trek's really influenced the whole geek nerd sort of title a lot
Mm.
since it came out. And it's got so many shows, like so many Star Treks.
Oh my god,
Oof.
yeah, you have a point. I'm just thinking about it.
Like,
You have Next Generation, you have Voyager, Deep Space
I've
Nine.
seen only a little bit of them, but it's like I feel like I've seen so much, but it's like nope, there's all these other shows as
No,
well.
I mean it's not stopping as well because they've got what's Discovery or Journey or something is the new one.
Oh,
I think it's
don't know.
Discovery, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're also doing the movies as well.
Yeah.
I'm yet to see Beyond, but I've heard some interesting things about that.
Yeah,
one.
see,
It's
I
alright.
haven't seen Beyond either, but I just remember Into Darkness, and I remember how much
Yeah.
I didn't like that movie.
Beyond is probably the most Star Trek-y of the three, from what I know about Star Trek.
Yeah,
All
It's
right,
the most
that's
like
that's positive to hear.
good. Yeah.
it's the most we don't care what we're doing. This is a fun space movie.
There we
rather
go.
than
That's
we're
what I
dark and
wanted.
mysterious.
Yes, that's what I want from Star Trek. I want
Yeah,
philosophy
it's great.
and absolute camp. That defines Star Trek. Philosophical ideas and absolute camp. Oh, and then what are those like furry creatures? You know the one in Into Darkness, the one that
The Jip Gribbles or something. I don't know what they're called.
I'm sure we'll be told by it eventually,
Yeah.
or I'll just look it up later on.
Yep. Be up, be googling.
It's actually kind of weird though, because like the original show only went on for three seasons. It went from 66 to 69,
Yep.
and yet it still had the impact that it has.
I love that series. Like, and the movies. I binged all the movies when I was like 12, I think, something like that.
All of them?
I feel like
love them.
I'm
All
less
of
of a
them,
nerd
really?
now.
All I say all, but when I got to a specific one, I decided to skip out. I'm not going to name any names, but one of them I thought, you know what, I can pass.
Yes.
No, I'm not naming.
I'm just getting
guys.
flashbacks to the Search for Spock, and I'm just like, that was a terrible
Tribble.
movie.
See, I
Tribble,
got wrong
thank
first
you.
letter.
There we go,
Thank
Tribble.
you.
Not Gribble, Tribble.
Tribble.
There you go.
Triple Trouble, that's it.
Oh,
Trouble with Tribbles. I just love how simplistic but hilarious their design is. They kind of remind me of the adipose. This cute design that's just absolutely pointless. Okay, now we're going to talk into some Doctor Who stuff, right? Hooray!
Yes.
Finally, it's been how long?
Woohoo.
I don't know. So another thing that has turned 50 is the Cybermen.
Ooh.
Their first episode was the 10th Planet, of course. I'm intrigued to know what do you think are the best Cybermen appearances?
I personally, if it had been what had been originally imagined, I think Nightmare in Silver could have been a great story.
Yep.
Why do you think it missed the mark, though?
I just think it was too short. There was so much more, like the Dark Doctor turmoil thing was resolved too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I just and some of the things the BBC cut out, I can't remember what they were, but I know Neil Gaiman had some really good ideas, and it was either too dark or they just went, people want more of those two kids that are really annoying that shouldn't have even
Oh
been
my
in
god,
those episodes.
Angie and Artie. I hated
How do
those
you know
two.
their names? Oh man, I
I
can't
make it
remember
my
for the life of me.
knowledge to know shit things as well.
He's got dartboards. He's got them two, and what's the one in Kill the Moon? That is the ultimate. I don't like you. What?
Oh yeah, that annoying kid.
Oh, Courtney. Is it Courtney?
Yeah, Courtney.
Ugh.
It's like a chicken. Shut up.
That accent was up.
That was accurate, 100%.
I think Capaldi's reaction of "What's like a chicken?" is the best reaction. It's like, why? You said you could speak.
It's like, you told me I'm not special.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to
'Cause you're
myself, no shit, you're not.
Yeah.
It's like, how would you like to be the first woman on the moon? I'm just like, you're not helping.
No. And I'm pretty sure Clara gets out of that spaceship first, I'd assume. They wouldn't have followed that
Oh my
through,
God.
surely.
That's one thing for a thing, and I was like, screw you, okay? You know the words. Everyone knows the words. Don't act culturally ignorant. You could ask a 5-year-old, and I'm sure he would know it.
Yeah.
Actually, it was weird because I rewatched Nightmare in Silver about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. And I didn't notice they made a reference to John Landis. Because in a lot of John Landis movies, they'd make the calling card, like, see you next Wednesday.
Yep.
And I didn't realize until later that Clara said that to the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird because I didn't realize that was a calling card until I saw the Thriller music video. I was like, oh yeah! How about you? What do you think is the best Sidemen appearance, George?
Honestly, I haven't really found one that I really loved, and I'm saying that brutally honestly. Like I've liked a couple, but there's none that I've really enjoyed, like as like really enjoyed. But I want to go back to the classics and watch some of them, but I know that there's a lot of good ones in Classic Who that I'm yet to see, including Spare Parts, which I've heard such good things about.
I don't know what Spare Parts is.
It is.
This is a Big Finish one?
I think
It's a
I'm
Big
not
Finish audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it
I'm not
explains
sure.
why I didn't understand. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, no.
Right.
Let me have a look. Hold on.
Also, another good classic one is Silver Nemesis, but not because it's a Sidemen story, just because Ace and the Doctor are after something, and so is someone else, and then the Cybermen are like, oh, screw it, we're after this too. Like, there's no reason they're there. They just sort of exist.
I can't believe, because I haven't seen Silver Nemesis in a long time, and I totally forgot about that. Was the
Yeah,
Cybermen were
there's no reason they're
pointless.
there.
Cybermen are absolutely pointless.
It could have been, I think it was part of their, like, 50th anniversary celebration, because they had Remembrance, and then they were like,
Remembrance
let's
is
bring
so
out the Cybermen. Yeah, Remembrance is one of the best Dalek stories, I reckon.
Unquestionably.
Yeah.
I reckon best classic is definitely Tomb of the Cybermen. Considering,
Oh, of course.
yeah, I mean that's a no-brainer. Oh no, duh, of course it is. No, but it's really suspenseful, which I didn't really expect us to see, considering I'm used to like Rise of the Cybermen, Age of Steel, Next Doctor, ridiculous Cybermen. So to really see the really creepiness about the Cybermen, particularly the part where they come out of the capsules, was yeah, it wasn't scary, but it was really.
It's unnerving a little bit. I think it is.
It really captivated me. That's the word, captivated. I think the invasion, you've got to give credit to the invasion. That was pretty iconic, particularly the part where the Cybermen come down the stairs at St. Paul's Cathedral. Earthshock, I think, is actually one of the most underrated, because the Cybermen reveal was totally out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's one of the few that doesn't have Cybermen in the name. So, it's like, oh, right. Like, even Silver Nemesis has friggin'... It's like, oh, I just
Silver in the
Cybermen.
title.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just... Yeah, there's something about the Cybermen in that episode. I just didn't expect it. And then the part at the end, spoilers, when Adric sacrifices himself... I think everyone was happy, but at the same time, it still was kind of a shock to see him sacrifice himself. And then for New Who, there's only one that I could really think of. It's Darkwater. Darkwater is hands down. I'm not including Death in Heaven. I'm just saying Darkwater itself.
Yeah.
Is probably the
That's
best.
a stunning story.
Yep.
I know it retreads like the Tomb of the Cybermen, the part where they come out of their capsules, and the part where they come down the stairs as the invasion. But overall, that was a really awesome story. Because
And then it just gets let down in Death in Heaven. Though.
Such a letdown.
I was really upset about that, because Darkwater just had me sold on it. Like, the story was going to be so good, and then just...
I mean, the first 5 minutes they kill off Danny, and it wasn't this like bombastic.
It was just
ending. It was just a car. It was just hit by a car. I was just
Yeah.
like, well, I didn't see that one coming. I mean, I expected him to get killed off, but not like that.
oh man.
And then that ended up resulting in the events of Dark Water. And I got to give credit to Talalay, that directing that episode. Beautiful.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's awesome.
Having done Heaven Sent and Hellbent as well, can she always do the finales?
She's
Can
only
she,
done
please?
the last two finales. She hasn't done anything else prior to that.
Can she do the rest of them?
That's
but
what
I
I
wanted
mean.
to do
I
it for
want
the
her
rest
to
of
always
eternity.
finish the series.
Like, she's doing
totally.
just a shameless plug. She's doing the first episode of season 4 of Sherlock, which is like, now I'm really hyped for it because it's got,
She also directed an episode of Flash, which I didn't realize the first time I watched it, but then rewatching it with a friend, I was like, oh, this one, and I really liked that episode having watched it. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense now. Because it's her.
And I like anything with Talalay in it.
Yeah, that is my new rule.
See, I think the thing about Sherlock is that they tend to get the best Doctor Who directors when you think about it. Like, they got Nick Curran, who did Name and Day of the Doctor, as well as The Time of the Daleks, to direct one of the Series 3 episodes. You had Douglas McKinnon, who directed the Christmas special, also direct the Sherlock Christmas special.
Yep.
And then you have Talalay, it's another example of it. So I feel like Moffat just sees the best directors of Doctor Who and just
grabs them.
by the way, would you like to do Sherlock while you're at it? I'm totally sure that's how the approach goes.
It's 100%. Yeah. Someone who also Reichenbach Falls was Toby Haynes, and he directed my favorite Series 5 and Series 6 episodes as well. I want him back. He was really good.
Yeah, he did the Pandora two-parter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Christmas
Because
and
Carol,
Impossible.
Yeah,
so good.
Those 5 episodes are without a doubt the best run of Doctor Who quality.
Yeah,
him
back to back.
I remember
back
years.
to back of great episodes.
I cannot fault anything about those 5 episodes. Nothing.
I need to get an opinion here. Is Series 5 one of, or if not the best series of New Who? Because for me personally, I feel like the whole series, there's not one episode that I can say is bad. And there's always one that lets me down. I liked it. Like, looking past those Daleks, which have now disappeared into eternity.
But apart from that, apart from Victory, which I don't hate, but I really don't like. It is probably the best series, I reckon, in terms of episodes.
I don't see any faults with it at all, actually.
No.
I mean, Victory I
for
can
a
get
first
by,
Doctor.
but...
Yeah. For a first series of a Doctor, I think
Oh.
it cements itself as this is how Doctor Who is going forward.
That first episode, as soon as I saw, Matt Smith in 11th Hour, I knew that this season was going to be, whoa. Like, it was just such a good episode. It really just laid the brickwork for the entire season.
Yeah, but if you think, I'm just thinking about it. I was like, I'm just looking back. I was like, those are really solid episodes. You have Beast Boy is a bit but you have the Angel two-parter.
Oh,
you have Amy's Choice, Vincent and the Doctor.
That concept.
The Lodger. The Lodger was.
I love the Lodger.
Oh my
so
god,
much.
that is so funny.
Freaking...
And then you have
what that series does. Yeah, what that series does is basically what Moffat wanted to do with Series 7, these blockbuster episodes. It does it without trying to do it. Like, they're all unique concepts without being unique concepts. It's just like they're episodes within themselves.
Yep.
That was the problem with Series 7. It was like, this is my plan, I want this to work, and it didn't.
And the arc in Season 5 was just so well constructed.
Oh, the cracks in the universe.
Yep, it was like it was there, but it wasn't like overdone or underdone. It was, to me,
and that's how arcs should be. They should they should be there, but they shouldn't be the focal point.
You shouldn't have a sit down with each of your characters in every episode and have a moment in dialogue where you have to say, "It's a hybrid." It's like, we know, we're getting this idea across. You don't need to actually speak those words. Like a hybrid. It's like, yeah, all right.
I think we shit on the hybrid enough as we did in the previous episode, and I'm sure we'll shit on it pretty soon, in about 40 minutes or so. Any other Simon stories that you really thought? I can't believe that's how he got off topic. we talked about the
Craziest
one
season from Sidemen Talk.
we talked about the one season that didn't have Sidemen in it.
Well, we get a headless Cyberman. I mean, that counts, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, headless, armless Cyberman. That was probably
That's
that was
true,
probably
that
the
was pretty
best
creepy.
appearance of the new series Cyberman.
Actually,
that single
yeah,
moment.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
And it was
because
on
they're
for like,
creepy. Yeah, for
it
like
was on
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Good on you, Cyberman.
Congrats on your golden celebration.
Yeah, welcome to the 50 Club.
And then there's handles, which, oh man.
Oh, time with the Doctor. It's like, don't make me feel. I don't want to feel it right now. I want to
Sorry, I
stay
didn't mean to bring it up.
emotionless. I want to stay heartless for now.
You want to stay a Cyberman?
But we're not talking about like Death in Heaven Sidemen. I'm talking more like
No.
Rise of the Sidemen.
Ugh.
Mm.
Anyway, what's is it?
So the final thing that's going to celebrate its 50th year, is the Power of the Daleks, which amazingly is going to get remade in completely animated form. I'm excited about this. I really am.
And I have a couple cinemas nearby that are showing it, so I'm definitely excited for that.
Yeah, same. I'm pumped for that.
See, I was a bit concerned because they announced that it was going to be in the US cinemas, and then BBC America was going to air it on TV. And I'm just thinking to myself, come on, surely you're going to do something in Australia. You can't ignore the fact that it's Patrick Troughton's first episode.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. And then
It
they
hit me
announced
that we don't. It hit me that we don't have anything of his first episode apart from the audio.
Yeah.
Like that's and some screen grabs, but like that's astounding that such an iconic moment of the first ever new Doctor, and we have to watch it in animated form.
because BBC was stupid and decided to remove
Yeah.
every single episode they had in their library for some ridiculous reason.
And now has gone, we don't want to fund finding anymore, so we're just going to animate it instead, which is fine. But like, we'd prefer you just to keep looking
Yeah, of
as
course.
well.
I don't know. I'm really excited on one hand, but I'm also a bit concerned because it is animated, so you don't get the same feel as you would an episode.
Yep.
Do you get what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can recreate animated-wise that facially can be done.
I think the one positive about this one over the other one is the other ones you usually have most of the episodes bar 1 or 2, and that always feels jarring watching it. Whereas this
Yes.
one, thankfully, in a way, not really thankfully, but we watch it in entire animated form, you won't feel a bit weird.
Yes.
Yep.
You'll get set into this visual style from the start and follow it through, rather than getting thrown about a bit.
Yeah,
I
I
think
get
the
what you mean.
one positive, yeah. But yeah, I absolutely agree that they do their best to make it look like the classic series, but it's not. It's obviously not going to give you the same feel.
So yeah, luckily for us, we'll get. Well, luckily for you, George, and I don't know about you, because I don't know where you live, so I don't know how far a cinema is from you, but it's pretty far away from me, so I don't think I'd be able to watch it, unfortunately. But yeah, for those that can, it'll be for 1 week only. Shummel Films will have it in the cinemas in Australia from November 12th. Luckily for me, though, it'll be out on DVD here on the 14th of December.
Oh, that's alright.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a jump, but...
Well,
Yep.
they said they'll release it digitally on the 5th of November, but
Oh, cool.
I don't know. I think that's a BBC store and not necessarily iTunes.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if iTunes will do it. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see.
Yep. It's a mystery.
We'll find out.
Do you want to progress on to the next topic then?
Yep.
Or is there anything else you want to
Yeah.
comment on about the Power of the Daleks?
Actually, when the trailer dropped for Power of the Daleks, I was astounded by the amount of comments that were saying Series 10 trailer. I'm like, what? How are you
What?
getting that from an animated picture of the
It's
TARDIS?
animated! What are you talking about?
There was so many fanboys and girls that definitely looked about 10 years old. Also, how'd you have Facebook? But I would just... I was like, how are you getting this from an animated image of a TARDIS? Like, it pained me. But it also pained me because I was like, is it a trailer? I both want this and also think you're stupid. Like, I want a Series 10 trailer. I want to believe that too, but I don't think so, buddy.
Particularly
Just
if
had
it's
to bring up.
animated.
Yeah! It's like, come on. And also noticeably not Capaldi's TARDIS. Like,
Yes.
and black and white.
Hey, you don't know, they might have gone for the retro feel like they did with Which is Familiar? You remember that scene in Which is Familiar where it's all like black and white?
This is true, yeah.
I love that scene, by the way.
That was cool.
We'll talk about that shortly. The British Academy Summer Awards occurred. Doctor Who got 2 nominations. Will Oswald got it for editing, but we actually did manage to get an award finally. Remember last episode how we were just annoyed that the Doctor Who just consistently kept getting robbed of awards?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, finally we got one.
Hey!
Yay! Real SFX and Milk Visual Effects got it for The Magician's Apprentice, the category Special and Visual Effects titles, and Graphic Identity. My God, can you make that an easier title to say? Oh, that was annoying.
I'm happy for them. They deserve it. That was.
I agree. It was a very strong opening, and I love the fact that both Real and Milk got it, particularly for the tank.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh.
that tank.
So memorable.
And to continue with award stuff, Peter Capaldi has been shortlisted for Best Television Actor at the BAFTA Scotland Awards. There's like 2 other contenders that I've never heard of, so...
Okay. I was going to say, is David Tennant shortlisted as well? Because he seems to always somehow be in something where he can win an award. No matter what year, he is there.
Yes, no, this isn't BAFTAs.
The big BAFTAs.
Yeah, this is the Scotland
Yeah,
ones.
cool.
So, Capaldi
Good.
should get it. I'm probably going to say it right now. He will get it.
Yep.
Yep.
After Hellbent, just give him it.
Give
And
him.
heaven's sake.
After the
Just-
Husbands
oh.
for a song, give it to him.
Yes. Totally.
Yeah, if anyone can be the Doctor whilst also being surprised by the TARDIS, you deserve an award.
That scene, oh my God, I seriously can't wait for the Reader's Poll part we'll get to.
Yep.
On to some Series 10 news then. So there was
wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, very brief, but we'll have some Series 10 news. So there was an article by The Knowledge that mentioned that Series 10 production will wrap up on March 31st of next year. This indicates an April-May release, as everyone predicted it would be. Capaldi confirmed the April date. I believe.
Yeah, that was real clever. That was really clever, Capaldi. Hey, my kid wants to know when is it next on. Oh, well, we stopped filming, and it should be on in April. It's like, dude, did you just open your mouth and let those words come out?
I remember you because I watched the video that you were talking about it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And I remember how surprised you were at the fact that they acknowledged it.
Yeah. Like, so many times they just say, oh, I don't know. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, 3 words, pretty straightforward.
I don't know. Like, and as an actor, he probably shouldn't, or like, he wouldn't know. But no, he just let it happen.
Yeah, the actual quote was, "We're on at Christmas, then it starts again in April."
Yeah.
That's
So the problem with that, he backed it up with actual evidence, like an actual fact, and then, so it's 100%.
yeah, you
Like-
can't deny it.
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
You'd think it would happen around Easter, though. I feel like that's probably the most likeliest.
Yeah,
Time
bring
that
it back to
they'll-
where we used to have it. Is good. Because
I don't
Matt
have any
Smith
objections to
debuted
that.
over Easter.
You guys happy with April as your Series 10?
Yeah, I've got
Time.
another sci-fi show filling me up for now. So
What sci-fi show?
Yeah, it's called Star Trek. It's
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty good.
you've got 50 years of it to watch, buddy, so you'll have plenty to fill up your time with.
Just keep watching The Trouble with Tribbles, you know, you'll be fine. That's the only episode that matters, let's be honest. Yeah, and I was on the set of the Sarah Dollard app, which was... It's kind of weird. So they filmed the first couple of episodes of Series 10, and then they filmed the Christmas special between it. What was the... I don't get the logic behind that, exactly. Like...
Just to screw with us.
Just
to really hurt our heads.
Yeah, I just don't understand why it wasn't filmed earlier, like...
Yeah.
It was baffling, you know. But, hey...
Well, yeah, why wasn't that the first thing to be filmed?
I don't know. I just don't know. I was surprised at when they... Because I thought, oh, okay, they must have already filmed the Christmas special when they were announcing that they were doing the Sarah Dollard app. I'm like...
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, no, we're doing the Christmas special film. And now I'm like... What? The other big Series 10 news that I can confirm is that there will be a classic series writer that will contribute a script for this season. Moffat confirmed this at New York Comic Con, but obviously didn't acknowledge who that was. Do you guys know enough about classic series writers to guess who it could be?
Nope.
Look, I think the one I know, because he's been out a few times and always talked about it, Terrence Dicks. He always talks about, they keep giving me money to write an episode and I never do it. Firstly, that's not true, but you just want to be famous again. But I think possibly him, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not really well versed in the writer scene.
Yeah, I had to do my research because I just didn't know.
Yeah. In terms of episode writers, I'd like the people who did a lot of Sylvester McCoy's, because I'd assume they're the ones most likely alive.
Yes.
I'd like, because his series is beautiful. All those stories could have been great. So any of those guys would be good. My picks, right there.
Before I talk about who I thought, do you know enough, George, to figure out who it could be?
I want to say yes, but I'd be lying, so I'm going to stay hidden in the shadows while you guys discuss.
I remember, right, when I first saw this news, I went to, I messaged George and I was just like, oh my god, Graham Harper's going to be announced! Because they were talking about how Graham Harper did a classic series and then did the new series, so I thought they were talking about him. I was like, oh no, they were just acknowledging classic series, right? I was like, oh, that was a bit premature. I wouldn't be surprised if Graham Harper did get another script, though. I think he's done some decent jobs for the new series. Yeah, the two I picked, Terrence Dicks was actually the first one I picked. Because he's done a fair bit. He's done Seeds of Death, War Games, Brain and Morbius, Horror Frank Rock, Five Doctors. Oh. So he's done a lot of quality episodes for me to say, yeah, I could trust him to do a decent Doctor Who script. The other one that I saw that I was interested with was Ben Aronovich, who was a Seventh Doctor writer.
Hey!
He wrote Remembrance of the Daleks and Battlefield. So, yeah,
yeah, they're great ones.
I could definitely get behind either of those two writing for Series 10. One thing that is weird though is because Matt Lucas, and I didn't write this down, right? But Matt Lucas apparently tweeted. Who wrote Flatline? Jamie Matheson. Thank you. Anyway, Jamie Matheson. He tweeted Jamie Matheson saying, "I loved your script." So they haven't officially announced that
Jamie's doing anything, but
yeah, but you get the feeling that he probably is. But
might as well just shout it out loud in the middle of a street. It comes out in April, and Jamie Matheson's got one of the scripts.
It's like Matt Lucas is being subtle.
Yeah. Yeah, because that guy could be subtle, yeah.
Have you seen his comedy?
Yeah. We've seen his acting.
But the weird thing is, no word on whether Chibnall's writing for Series 10. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you doing?
Wait, what?
Why is Chibnall not announced yet? You would think that would be the likely option. Like the whole...
I didn't know that was a... Huh.
I'm just saying, you would think Chibnall would be announced by now.
Yeah.
Because the likeliest not like...
Yeah,
Archie Moffat, you'd think Chibnall would write one. Because we haven't seen one since Series 7! My god, it's been 3 seasons. How am I supposed to put faith in a person that hasn't written Doctor Who since 2013?
Well, Mark Gatiss hasn't written Doctor Who since The Unquiet Dead, so...
Ow! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I'm actually dying.
Oh my god. I remember you burning him on the Doctor Who tag video, but that
God.
was just that... Oh my god.
Don't worry, guys. Season 10, we got one confirmed episode. Sleep No More, the sequel.
Yeah.
Remember that? That's
Thank
happening.
goodness.
That's happening.
I know that's one that you're definitely most excited for, Will.
Oh, goodness,
Well, oh, you just killed me, man. Oh my god. Oh, okay.
Alright.
That's it for me. I can't contribute anything else now. Oh my
Yep.
god. Poor Gaddis. Oh.
I feel really sorry because he was at the Doctor Who festival and he was pouring his heart out about how much he loved writing Sleep No More. And like, I reckon 2% of the audience were sitting there going, "Yeah, I agree." The other ones were like, "Yeah, I'm here to talk about Sherlock." Like,
I've actually met Gaddis and Moffat before, and I was like, I was trying not to be weird towards Gaddis because at that point I didn't really like his writing. So they did a Sherlock thing in Melbourne. They came down and they talked about Sherlock.
yeah, that's right.
And I was walking out and they were doing like just some chatting with the fans. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go say hi. And I did, and I was really awkward. And I'm like, all right, bye. And I couldn't have been more awkward. Because I'm like you know, like I just want to talk about Doctor Who and nothing else. But I thought, you know what? I can tell this is a Sherlock space. But damn it, I want to know about Doctor Who. And it was awkward. And I don't know why I said that. But there we go.
It's like you go past and you whisper, "I really did like Sleep No More." Just keep going.
And Mark, a single tear just rolled down Mark's eye. He's like, "Somebody."
Oh,
Finally.
man.
Alright.
Alright.
Speaking
story.
of Matt Lucas, let's
Wait,
talk
what?
about... Let's talk about...
Talk about the Christmas special.
Yes.
Now, who hated Nardole? Come on.
I'm raising my hand.
But we can't see it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I believe your exact words were, "What the epic."
That's the word.
I mean, I'm just gonna put this here. Just
Yeah.
he's something of a character. He really resembles, you know, a specific Americanized icon that I have seen from another show.
Well, I wish they'd kill him repeatedly. That'd be fun.
Stan Marsh is what since it's a podcast, not a visual thing. He looks a lot like Stan Marsh from when he was in the Husbands of River song. But yeah.
Can I ask, is anyone actually excited or happy about this? Like, it's fine if you are, but I just want to...
I'm indifferent. I
Same.
could not give
Yeah.
two craps.
I'm not for
Yeah.
it, I'm not against it, I'm just like interested to see what they do with them. But that's it.
The reason I'm so angry is I feel like there is a plethora of characters that should be coming back, and he is not one of them.
Yeah, I was like, Nardole's definitely not on my list of characters I want to see come back.
Yeah.
If you didn't figure it out, Nardole's going to be in this year's Christmas special as well. just want to clarify that, just in case you're thinking about
Yeah,
last
you
year's
didn't
one.
grab that
No,
one.
he's back in this one year too. Okay, so
And apparently speckled through Series 10 as well.
What was that?
He's apparently a regular for Series 10 as well, but maybe he's as regular as Michelle Gomez, because she was only in 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she'll be.
But,
maybe he'll be like a cameo at the end of every episode.
Yeah, he'll be the new Crack. They'll just put him randomly in a bunch of episodes.
Nardole appears
Did you
in every
spot
location
Nardole?
they
I hope
go
not.
to.
I wish he wasn't there.
It's like Nardole appears in every location they go to. What are you doing here? I don't know.
I would hate to love that. Like,
Yeah.
in every episode, I'd hate it so much. I'd be like, "Thank you, Noel. Thank you,
Only
Noel.
if
Thank you."
I just want Capaldi to then just look at him, roll his eyes, and get in the TARDIS at the end of every episode. Like, never respond, just get angry about it.
I would love it, like in the finale episode, like you're just waiting for the Matt Lucas cameo, and you just don't think it's gonna happen, and then as soon as the TARDIS materializes, you just see him walking in the background. Like,
Or he's the post-credit scene.
oh, that'd be awesome. Marvel, do the Marvel thing, but right.
Yeah, he's like the Howard the Duck of
Oh my
the
god,
Doctor Who universe.
Guys, the Galaxy 2 coming out soon. Yes.
Oh.
Oh my god, can't wait for that.
Karen Gillan is in both the teaser and the teaser poster. Like, that indicates a pretty big role.
Because let's be honest, Karen Gillan's like the best thing about Guardians of the Galaxy.
And the music. It's like that.
Oh yeah, and the really, really awesome music. Okay, so I'm going to try and ask a legit question without trying to get you to laugh. What do you hope to see explored about Nardole in the Christmas special?
His skeleton. Rip his flesh off. Explore the internals, just as long as he's not living.
You got anything to add to that?
I like to see some of his skeleton missing, so I have like sort of a case on where that is.
The arc of the season is where is Nardole's knuckles? They're just missing.
Nardole's knuckles.
But legitimately, that was the thing that Moffat said, wasn't it? That you learn more about Nardole.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd bring it up. Because I don't know what you could possibly explore. He was just this jokey character in the Husbands of River song. I don't see what. I was like, I don't see how you're going to try and break that facade for this one. I don't know.
It's going to take a lot.
I don't know.
We should just let it happen.
Let him die out.
Let's hope he doesn't get immortalized. That would be the worst.
Yeah. Don't give him a chip from a helmet or
Rose to come back in time and resurrect you from the dead. Although that would be hilarious to see.
Rose as well.
Oops,
like
person.
she just lands there. Yeah. She's just midway to Partners, the proper location, Bad Wolf Place, and she just stops over and she just has a drive-by resurrection.
She just flies past.
Yeah, she's like, take the dust.
And that's how he gets his powers.
Yeah, that's why he's interesting now.
Yes. Alright, I think we've got to get off Nardole for a bit before I start losing my shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have medical issues if we don't move on from Nardole.
Alright, so we also know who the director of the Christmas special is, and of course, it's Ed Baguette! Woo!
Baguette!
Yes, Ed Baguette! It's nice to see him do something else besides Class. I'm excited for Ed Baguette to direct this episode, because it means you're getting quality. Yes.
I just want to say I'm really sad that I didn't just make a Class's crap joke, because I feel like I'd be lying, because as we will get to it,
You can't
I can't
lie
make
to
Class's
yourself.
bad as joke.
You can't lie to yourself.
Yeah, no.
It's like, we should acknowledge, we're not going to talk about Class in this podcast, so if you've been waiting for us to talk about Class, sorry. We're going to do that in the next one.
It will be discussed, and it will be a great episode.
If you want Will's opinions, you put up on your YouTube, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got a video on my channel.
Yeah. So go check that out, and then come back when we do our podcast next time, and we'll look at episodes 1 to 4.
And you just use sound clips. Just have a soundboard
That's the
set up of
entirety
me.
of the podcast. It'll just be sound clips. I could do that with magic
Will, what do you
editing.
think? Oh, damn it. soundboard's broken.
It's like you're just dubbing over.
Yeah.
Dub over yourself. I thought it was great.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm excited about that. We also know that Justin Chatwin, who I believe is Canadian, could be wrong. I think he is.
Yep.
He will play a superhero type person in the Christmas special. We don't know much. We know his alias is Grant.
Ooh.
That was courtesy of New York Comic Con. Thank you. I had a look at his. I look at
It's
Justin.
definitely something. Superhero, Nardol's
Yeah.
bones, you got a lot of variety in the episode.
He would just use his laser vision.
Yeah. Oh, there's no solution, Doctor. I have to snap his neck. Why? I just have to.
I will destroy
There is
the
nothing
entire
going on,
city
I
in the
just-
process.
There is no solution. I just have to break his neck.
It's like I feel temporary remorse, and now I feel nothing.
I feel.
So I looked
There
up.
we go.
I looked up what Chatwin did in the past. So
Yep.
he's in the Showtime show Shameless. He was Tom Cruise's son in War of the Worlds, and disgustingly, he played Goku in Dragon Ball Evolution. And I really can't excuse him for doing that. That was an insult. That was almost as bad as Last Airbender. So there you go. There's my review of that movie, in case you wanted it.
So what you're saying is you're really looking forward to him being in the Christmas special.
I was saying that he really needs to. He needs to. he needs to.
He needs to win you over now.
Exactly. He's set himself a low bar that he really needs to surpass. No, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I know that Chatwin wasn't the only reason why that movie sucked. It was just.
Is
main
the
one.
bar low enough for a character called Grant?
Well,
Oh
this
no!
Is, this is
It's
the
a
thing,
bird.
right?
It's a plane.
It's Grant.
This is the thing, right? So I was watching this on the New York Comic Con Twitch channel, and they uploaded the picture of the G, right? And we were all discussing, what do you think that G stood for? And I was like, how hilarious would it be if it stood for Greg? And then we found out it was Grant. I'm like, oh, so close.
Damn.
It wasn't this superhero name. It was just Grant. I'm like,
Grant.
and I was just
Grant
like, it
as
was
in
just
Joe
some
Grant?
stupid
Ooh.
generic name. I'm like, thank you. That's what I wanted.
Joe Grant reincarnated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just an idea.
Actually,
Don't put it past Moffat.
actually, in that same Twitch thing, I realized, right, if you rearrange the letters for Nardole, it makes the word Leonard. And I was just like, what does that mean?
Star Trek crossover.
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy!
Oh wait.
Oh, damn it.
No, it was filmed before he died.
That's true.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, screw when the Christmas special was filmed. We don't know what's going on with that, so it might as well have been filmed last year.
It was an unexpected cameo that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Justin Chatwin on the fence with. Now we're going to talk about your buddy, Will. We're going to talk about Mark Gatiss for a second
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Hey.
Yay! So he commented about the upcoming script for the Christmas special, commenting that I think the Christmas special, which he had to added, which is the only one this year, and I'm thinking to myself, of course it's the only one this year. It's a Christmas special. That's the whole point of a Christmas special. If you made two, that would defeat the purpose of a Christmas special. Anyway, so he thinks it is one of Steve's best ever scripts. Absolutely beautiful. It made me cry.
Oh.
So,
Nardole does die. Oh my god.
what do you think about that, Will? Hey, are you gonna cry too?
I feel like we shouldn't trust his judgment. But really, what is those comments on it? Like, what could there possibly be in a thing about a superhero with Matt Lucas and, like, my goodness.
I
Is
don't
he
know.
crying because it's bad, even though he said it's the best script?
I don't know. I'm just taking what he said.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
astounding.
you know what? If it makes me cry as much as it did, Well, if it makes you cry of laughter, I'll be happy. That's still technically crying. It's just not the one
This
you're
is true.
expecting.
Yeah. It's the Paul McGann of crying.
I know that you would probably you'd be crying of laughter if you saw Nardoc get tortured. So
If there is a scene where his flesh gets ripped off, I would like $500 from Mark Gatiss.
it's like, thank you for predicting that.
Yeah.
We also got teasers for the Christmas special, thanks to the Doctor Who's discussion on the Space Facebook page. They commented there will be flashbacks.
Ooh.
Flashbacks of what? I don't know exactly.
Ooh.
Of course, they didn't mention what.
I think I know.
My guess is Clara related. I feel like
That's not where I was going.
I'm just saying. I feel like that hasn't been resolved completely.
Mhm. I'm feeling the flashbacks are the young Grant, because we saw a bit of that in the teaser trailer.
Yes.
So that could just... They could be making it mysterious, but then it's part of the
Grant.
story. Yeah, it's Grant.
It's Grant. What if it was a flashback in a flashback?
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's like, It's like, because they're parodying the whole Superman thing, that's what Moffat's going with. Imagine if Grant says the word Clara and then the Doctor just freezes and that's his Martha.
Martha! Why'd you have to say that name?
Imagine.
I seriously, the less said about that movie, the better. They said there will be snow. I'm not surprised. It's a Christmas episode. And it will be like a Christmas movie that you can repeat over and over again. So, take from that what you will.
Yeah. It's a very positive bunch of teasers.
Especially the snow. We cannot ever forget the snow.
Never forget that there's snow. At least we've moved past it being ash or dead bodies and stuff that Tennant always gave
what
it.
the hell was with that?
Yeah.
I watched. I remember last year when I did a Christmas marathon. I'm like, okay, so that's ash. That's some other stupid explanation as to why it's not snow. That's not snow. Oh, finally, we're at the next Doctor, and it's finally snow for a change.
Now he's happy with it just being snow.
Oh.
Like, Christmas cheer, but while I'm here, it's not snow. It's dead people.
It's like,
Isn't that brilliant?
I think the voice you did it with just made it even funnier than it should have been.
I'm not even sure what that voice was.
I don't know. But keep at it.
Yeah. I'll make it my main voice.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Just don't hurt your throat in the process.
This is true.
We may as well get to it. Doctor Who, the Christmas special, actually has a name, and you mentioned it earlier. The Return of Doctor Mysterio. What do you guys want to take out of that?
It's going to be a fun episode, you know.
Yeah.
That's really all I can take from that. From
Yeah,
that
it's
name.
definitely not going to be one that you cry in. I'm getting
Because
that from the
Nardol's
title.
in it, so you can...
Unless it's crying of laughter.
Yeah.
Maybe Nardol lives, and that's why Mark Addis cried. Like that good. just an idea.
Possible. I think Doctor Mysterio is because the Doctor will be the superhero at some point. Like,
Yes.
it's kind of a given that at some point he'll be like, "Look at me, I can fly. I've got a cape. Isn't this fantastic?"
Fantastic.
Is that seriously your Capaldi impression?
It is. Let's just get
That
really
was-
husky.
That was bad. I don't need to tell you how bad that
It was.
was.
I just did. My voice has gone completely from the other voice.
Every voice you do is just the same now.
Yeah.
And we know that it's set in New York. That's the other really bit of tidbit that they gave with the synopsis. I didn't really include the synopsis simply because there really wasn't much of one, considering it's just stuff we already knew. But we did get a trailer. What did you guys think about the trailer? the behind-the-scenes trailer. Sorry, I should emphasize that.
There's a lot of Nardole holding pieces of paper.
What was with Nada wearing that I think it was Egyptian bloody costume?
Yeah!
I did not understand that at all. I was so confused by that. I don't know.
It's the most lacking teaser trailery behind the scene thing I've ever seen.
I got confused by that trailer. Honest to God.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what the half of it was going on.
Could they have possibly accidentally put, considering they filmed it out of order, they've accidentally put bits of Series 10 in there?
I wish they
Imagine
did
if they did that.
you just see Bill at the end just like
Yeah.
waving like, you're not supposed to be in this.
Yeah, or like it's like an important character dying that you grow to love during the series. And you're like, no! What? Why'd you show me that?
They spoiled the entire
Yeah.
episode. That's called the Terminator Genesis effect.
Yeah. Or no, it's called releasing your... I'm gonna get the wrong one. Which one's the Gallifrey one? Hellbent? That's Hellbent, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, releasing the Hellbent description before Heaven Sent plays.
Yeah, what
That's-
the hell
that's what
was
that
that
is.
about?
Ugh. Ugh.
I'm still annoyed as to why they chose to do that. BBC.
Mm.
BBC,
Damn it, guys.
I love you, but you're also idiots at the same time. Alright, let's go to the Series 9 Readers Poll. So, Doctor Who Magazine do this at the end of every season. They get their readers to rate a bunch of categories, including what they rated the episodes, stuff like Best Director, Best Writer, so on and so forth. So, I'm going to go through that with you guys, see if you agree or disagree with their opinions. So, in number 10, we have Shock Horror, Sleep No More, with 6.05 out of 10. You guys happy with that?
I think a 9 at least.
A 9 for Sleep No More.
That okay, no. In all seriousness,
Oh, okay, you've
in all
been
seriousness?
joking then. Okay, I couldn't tell.
it take Moffat a lot to make me rethink that episode with his supposed sequel. But yeah,
You realise Gatiss wrote it, right? Not Moffat.
Gatiss. Sorry, I'm tired. Gatiss. Saying Moffat wrote that is like the biggest insult. I'm so sorry. Oh, but no, I'm interested to see where you take that sequel. But that episode alone, like if I'm judging the episode, I cannot agree more with the rating.
Will, you want to rant about why this is the one you... Go for
Look, I feel like nothing happened in that episode. Nothing warrants a sequel. It was a stylistic choice that could have been interesting, but rather than being interesting, it just took you completely out of the action.
Mm-hmm.
The whole episode. You were either out of the action, or you were staring at someone's butt and couldn't see the action because the camera was too close. It was like... What was the
Scarily
logic?
true.
Yeah, I just feel like not only did I not know what was happening, I just don't think they did either. Like, I feel like as a theatre actor in Capaldi and Jenna Coleman being a relatively new, it would have been, and for everyone as actors, it would have been like, well, what are you doing? What are we supposed to do with this? I'm done. Done.
That's it? That's all you got to say?
Yeah,
We
I
actually-
just want to say I don't know why I mentioned Capaldi as a theatre actor.
I know what a rant is, and that was just abysmal.
That was not
that
a
was-
rant.
yeah.
I was expecting...
I
was-
can't get angry. I cannot
I was
get
expecting
angry.
hatred, you know?
That's good. That's
And
a
also-
good trait.
Yeah, but also I don't want to peak my microphones. That's also.
I was expecting, like, hatred.
You were expecting to feel the tears and the spit.
Yeah, 'cause I wanted to
Yeah.
feel it. Just didn't feel it there. I can't really disagree with much else. The ending was atrocious, though. Can we just acknowledge that the ending was the most ridiculously stupid ending I've ever seen in my life?
I think it had potential to be worse.
Oh, it definitely did. But I was just left confused as to why it ended there and then. There was no
Yeah,
build up.
I don't.
It was just
Let's
like,
just hope
oh
the
yeah,
sequel
by the way,
raises it by like 2 points.
Doctor just leaves. No reason. Just leaves. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're right then.
I will give it. I did like no titles and doing them in that way. That was pretty cool. But apart from that,
I like the direct. The only thing I'll say is that I kind of did like the directing work. They did do a decent job of making it look like found footage. Decent. I say decent.
yeah.
I'm giving Molotnikov a bit of credit there. So good on you, Justin. Yeah, anything else you guys want to comment about Sleeping Ball before we move to number 9?
No.
No? Alright. Number 9. The Woman Who Lived. 6.44 out of 10.
Yeah.
You happy with that being at that position?
I would have swapped the first part. I would have swapped The Girl Who Died. I thought that was less interesting to me. Less interesting and less relevant, but we'll get to that, of course.
Mm-hmm. George?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, see, I could disagree with you there. Well, I think The Woman Who Lived, I just didn't like that much more because, at least with The Girl Who Died, it definitely didn't take itself too seriously. Like, I could see, to me, I saw it like a Monty Python sketch. That just ran for 45 minutes.
Yeah, right.
So I got enjoyment out of knowing how ridiculously stupid it was. Whereas The Woman Who Lived, I feel took itself a bit too seriously for my liking. I mean, I liked some of the aspects of immortality and all that, but yeah, I don't know. I just like The Girl Who Died a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of The Girl Who Died, that's number 8 with 6.90 out of 10.
So they were both pretty interchangeable. They could have hit either of those marks there.
Yeah, I don't have much opinion on those two.
Yeah.
They weren't, eh.
Can I just point out, as much as I enjoy Maisie Williams as an actress, she just got progressively more and more unlikable as as the series progressed.
She kind of felt like an amalgamation of every single Clara episode. Like, all the bad assets of Clara, that was her character.
Yeah.
Every time Clara was sassy and annoying, that's what she was being all the time.
Mm.
Like, for me, the worst part about Hellbent was me.
Yeah.
I just did not like her at all. She was so unnecessary, added nothing to the story whatsoever. You could have put Captain Jack there, and it would have done the exact same thing, but because it's a series arc, me had to be there at the end. It was just like... And even Face the Raven, there was no point as to why she was in Face the Raven.
Yeah, that could have been a really cool, creepy bad guy, and it was her. For no reason.
It was just baffling. Anyway, so nothing else about The Girl Who Died?
Just that Maisie Williams is a cash grab, that she's famous because of Game of Thrones. So they were like, maybe we'll get some fans back from Series 8.
Which they did, to be fair, they did.
Yeah, they certainly did.
They did a good job there. they clickbaited Series 9.
Yeah.
Number 7 was Husbands of Riversong with 7.37 out of 10. What do you guys think?
I feel like it's that high just because of the final scene.
Oh, that final scene was emotional though. I'll give you credit.
Yeah.
That I was like, no, don't do this, no. And then,
the last half of that episode was perfect. The start of it lost me a bit.
Which is weird, because when you think about it, it almost feels like 2 different episodes. You have your really goofy first half, the pantomime aspect with everything building up to the part they're on the spaceship, and then you have the spaceship part onwards, and it's an entirely different episode, and it's emotional, and it's just like, don't make me feel about Beryllium!
Yeah, it's completely character-driven, and that's what Doctor Who should do a lot of the time. It was just, far better.
I was like, and then they get the screwdriver, and oh no! I was like, no, don't remind me.
Oh, so much feels. That's all.
Although the 24 years thing felt a bit weird, though. I'll give them that was weird. What's one night in Beryllium? 24 years. Well, that cheapens it a little bit.
Yeah.
If they said like 12 hours, and be like, oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. Like 5 minutes.
I wonder.
Like, we're not on Trenzalore, okay? One night, the sun's up for 5 minutes. I still don't understand how that works. Like how does that even work?
How fast
5
is
minutes.
It rotating? It like rotates and then gets really slow.
I wonder.
Like that has to be what it does.
I wonder how that score would have changed if Nada wasn't in it. Like, I know how. Will, your scoring would have probably changed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
See, I'm surprised you didn't hate the episode because Nada wasn't in it.
Yeah, I think I definitely would have given it a lot more praise if they didn't just shoehorn Matt Lucas into a role.
Hey, it could be worse. Could be Maisie Williams. So
this is true.
number 6. Number 6 was Hellbent with 7.53 out of 10. No,
Because
go.
I have a lot to talk about with that one.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Go.
I honestly, Heaven Sent, I loved it so much, and I enjoyed Hellbent, but the way that they sort of backtrack with it, it felt like it was a bit of a downgrade from Heaven Sent, in my opinion. Which is like, I don't know. I enjoyed it as an episode, but like the way they finished Heaven Sent and led on to Hellbent, I felt like I was a bit underwhelmed, personally. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were underwhelmed because of the fact they were building up to be this big Gallifrey episode, and they weren't even in Gallifrey for like half the episode.
That's my feelings on it.
I didn't even... What was the noise?
That was a sneeze.
Oh, I thought it was like a scream at a cat.
I'd never owned a cat, but just for that 1 second, I just needed one to rattle.
Yeah, Hellbent. I think, because you know what, Heaven Sent and Hellbent, I consider it a two-parter. I don't consider it two singular episodes. So, personally, I thought they were both really good episodes. I liked, particularly because I didn't like how Clara ended at the end of the Face the Raven. So I was like, I wanted a more exciting ending to her, rather than this really anticlimactic. Because I felt nothing. That was the thing. I didn't feel sad. I didn't feel happy. I just felt nothing. And I was like, this is not how I should feel about a companion leaving. So when Hellbent rectified that, I was like, thank you. Thank you, Moffat.
Yeah.
Like, anyone else, anything else with Hellbent?
My one problem with Hellbent, apart from the glancing over of Gallifrey, the fact it comes back and he's sort of like, oh, I want to go away now, which is a clever little reference, but at the same time I'm like, that's a bit weird. Is the fact that I know in Capaldi's final episode, when he's going to regenerate, there'll be a situation where, like, it seems like this is it. This is when he gets shot, or this is how he dies. And then materializing around him will be a diner, and then Clara will be walk out and be like, oh, I'm saving you one last time, and I'm just terrified of that concept.
Don't give me that thought, Will.
I don't want
Don't
that
give me that
either.
thought.
I just don't.
But I can see it. I can just...
Because that
visually
ending
see it.
just gave that whole leverage.
Hang on, it won't happen
Chibnall.
if Chibnall's still as Capaldi. It won't
Yeah.
happen. If Moffat happens, it could be a possibility. But if Capaldi
if
stays with
Chibnall writes
Chibnall,
his
it
last
won't.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the lucky.
Like,
Let's just pray.
People have been talking about how that ending with Clara and me.
See, me feels
gives
so
a bit of-
undeserved about going in the TARDIS. Like,
Yeah, but also people have said, oh yeah, they're going to make that a spin-off. I'm like, no,
Like,
don't.
How much money do you think the BBC have?
I know-
This spin-off is set
Don't.
inside a school.
I know,
That's all they
don't.
can afford.
Yeah,
Hang
not
on.
only that, but
Colville
it's way too
Academy,
similar to
we should
Doctor Who
point out.
to be like. I don't know why people would ever think that. To be
Yeah,
a-
why would they want and think that
And
that
yeah,
would
it's,
happen?
as I told them at the time, it's way too similar to Doctor Who to be anything,
Yeah.
spin-off. It'd be, if anything, it'd be like a clone with like, I don't know. I can't even think about it. Anyway. Ugh.
alright.
Yeah, that's it for me.
That's Hellbent for you.
Shut
I
up.
will say I did like the book ending bits and pieces with the diner.
Oh yeah.
I did love that, but at the same time, yeah, it does break the pace of.
I love
The
the callback
two-parter.
to The Impossible Astronaut with Amy and Rory. That was it's like, I think I've been here before. It's like, oh no, wait, that was with Amy and Rory. I was like, yes, let's acknowledge it. Yeah, I don't know. I like the music. We can just say that throughout the series, particularly, the music was just pretty good.
Yeah, Series 9's a big step up from Series 8 in terms
Yep.
of music.
See, okay, so I'm going to get to number 5, and you'll understand why this is a bit weird, right? Number 5 is Under the Lake / Before the Flood.
Okay.
Yeah, so with 7.63 out of 10. The weird thing is, so they've done singular episodes up until now. Why decide to combine Under the Lake and Before the Flood? And they'll continue doing this for the rest of the thing. It was just, I don't understand the logic behind that.
Actually, I definitely know Girl Who Died, Woman Who Lived were not marketed as a two-parter.
But in retrospect, they are.
It definitely is. But yeah, Moffat always answered to, and I think it was in the guide, they were not two-parters.
I think the reason...
That's probably why.
I think the reason is because of the fact they're directed by two different people.
Yeah,
that
would also...
Directed by two different people, written by two different... Sorry. Directed by the same person, written by two different people. There you go.
Yeah. So they wanted the separate credits.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely two-parter, though. There's no question about it.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah.
yeah. There's reasons to back up the weird split.
Alright, so we're getting off
Under the how did people find that one?
I really liked it. I get it was a simple, based on the Siege story, but I feel like it was a good based on the Siege story. And I thought
I liked it. I thought it was like
I thought the Fisher King was actually a really creepily designed monster. I was like, which I really loved.
Mm-hmm.
The bootstrap paradox was a really interesting aspect. The idea of him seeing himself have the idea, and therefore being this constant loop. Capaldi doing the intro credits, that was probably the best part of the two-parter. Let's be honest, that rock version was just. I have that as my ringtone. I kid you not. It is that good, in my opinion. And I should have just kept it. They should have just kept it.
I gotta agree with you. I think the ideas in that episode just is why I actually like that episode quite a bit. I think it was a good double.
You've been awfully quiet, Will.
I'm just gonna... Yeah, alright.
Got nothing to add there?
Everything that you've said, right, is completely true. And what you said about the fact they were great stories, the problem with... I will say, every single one of the two-parters in this series is they open with such strong first episodes, and I feel like every second episode is a drawn-out 20 minutes.
But that wasn't this case. I thought they were both equally the same in terms of quality. I mean, they weren't perfect, but they were both on par with each other. Well, I think that really...
So, yeah, I really love the first part. That's what every single one of the two-parters, apart from Woman Who Lived, Died thing, I found stronger, was the issue with me.
But I feel like that's always the case, because you're building up to a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and they can never bounce back.
It's like, I think it's very
Apart
hard
from Series 5.
I think it's really hard to make a satisfying cliffhanger ending.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really hard to do, because you have the suspense for 1 week thinking, oh, what's gonna happen? And it being something you totally... I was like, oh, okay.
They have to resolve it in 5 minutes and get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You build up these amazing ideas, but then you realize it'll be a 5-minute resolve.
I think the weird one in
And then
that
they'll
case was
continue.
actually Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar, because the ending of which any Magician's Apprentice is like the ending of The Witch is Familiar.
Yeah.
When you think about it, right?
They all go back in the room.
Like the part with he's on the field and he's like has the gun pointed at Davros.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that part. That doesn't get resolved until like almost the very end of the second episode. I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay, that feels a bit disjointed, but I'll go with it.
Yeah.
That's probably the only exception to that being the case, because it wasn't resolved straight away. It was resolved like 5 minutes before the end.
Yeah.
Movie number 4, and it's Face the Raven, 7.89 out of 10.
Whoa, that's high.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I think I can't ever say the word "me" now and not think of Maisie Williams. God damn it, Moffat! Screw. I think there you go. There's a better way to resolve it.
Yep. Me too.
I think Maisie Williams' character. You know what? I'm just gonna call her a shielder. Okay, I'm calling her a shielder.
That's her name.
I think she was definitely one of the weaker parts of that episode.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
her presence there could have easily been replaced with something cooler. Like, no offense to her, but...
Yeah, I love the idea of Trap Street. That was, and I really wish they kept that title. Trap Street is an awesome title name. But as Sarah Dollard, can't go wrong with an Aussie script. She's actually, I'm pretty sure she's from... Is she Melbourne? Could be wrong. I think she's Melbourne.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's where all the arty people live in Australia, so probably.
I'd love to meet her one day and just give her a big hug and say thank you. And then say, why did you kill her off in a stupid way?
I bet she gets a lot of hate. Like, I can imagine just the sheer number of... Why did you kill Clara like that? Anyway, I'm not gonna... I'm not a fangirl.
It's okay, it was rectified 2 episodes later.
Yeah, it was.
But in the end, not.
Exactly.
Because
yeah,
that's still...
it was like,
still
that was the best
it's been
thing about
rectified,
that.
and then...
So say what you will about Hellbent, at least they gave both endings to be credible.
Yeah.
Which I think was the best.
It's maybe the first time Moffat's actually acknowledged his own plot... he acknowledged his own plot hole in the episode and then fixed up that plot hole by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm totally happy with that at all.
He dug himself a hole and by the end of it he filled it back in.
He filled it with concrete.
Yeah.
And then put a flower on it.
Painted it decoratively.
So he made the entire fan base happy. Which is a rare thing to do. Alright, we'll go straight to number 3. Number 3 is The Magician's Apprentice, The Witch's Familiar. 8.09 out of 10. I honestly feel like this should have been higher than number 2, which I'll get to.
Yeah.
Considering what number 2 is, and I'm pretty sure you guys have figured out what number 2 will be. I definitely feel like that should be number 2. I feel like it was such a strong opening 2-parter.
I agree.
Yeah.
And there were so many memorable moments in there. I love the introduction to Missy as well. I like the part where it's just like, "Hey Missy, you're so fine." And I love the fact it's like, "Yeah, I'm back now. That's it." I was like, I love that nod to the classic series where the master would just show up for no reason. I thought you died in the previous scene. No, I got out of that. Why? How'd you get out of that? I don't know.
She just did. It was again a moment of a big scale episode that doesn't call itself a big scale episode.
Yes.
And it works better than again all of Series 7. Like it just exists and does its job.
Hetty McDonald's directing was really good. And you'd hope so because she was one that also directed Blink. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Fun fact for all these people that didn't know that, which is like 5 of you. Yeah, the part with the tank was mentioned before was probably the most memorable part of it. The Scar reveal was really awesome. It's a shame it was ruined in the Doctor Who the trailer they had for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I was disappointed that they ruined that. Surprised, that would be really awesome. Davros.
See, the article came out where everyone was saying the kid and all that sort of stuff. It all leaked very early on.
Yeah.
And I read that, and at no point from that point to when it came out did I believe it.
Yeah.
So I was still shocked. I was still like, oh my, what? And then they had the dude come back from Series 4 and do it, and I was just like, they're acknowledging the past, and it's just,
Well, he is definitely one of the best Davroses there's been.
Yeah.
Like, say what you will about Journey's End,
100%.
which is absolutely terrible, but Davros in that episode was quite good, and the makeup design, I think, was actually done better in this episode than it was in Series 4. You'd hope so,
the
but it definitely
decayedness was a lot more. I like the decaying look for Davros. It works well.
And I also love the fact that the Master and Davros finally met for the first time in forever.
And she poked him in the eye.
Oh my god, the controversy when she says the bitch is back is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, people were like, "Oh, she said the B word." I'm like, wow, really?
I feel like it's okay that she says bitch, because compared to that, telling people to shut up every 5 seconds.
Shut up!
Shut up! Shut it up!
Basically a staple of Series 8 as a whole.
Yeah.
Not as controversial as get up off your ass, which is amazing. I don't understand how that was controversial, but hey, people are easily triggered nowadays. I don't know, there's too much to say about it, in part the fact that there were really a lot of good moments.
I love the start. I think it was a great intro, and I think we can all agree on that.
Oh, yeah, totally, yeah.
Number 2.
I love, actually, keep going with Which is Familiar. I love the intro part to The Witch is Familiar, probably more so than The Magician's Apprentice. Simply because it's Missy tying Clara upside down on a tree while she's giving the story about how he survived this thing. And I love the part where like they acknowledge it could have been any of the doctors, but she just goes to the recent one just cause. And then he's like, and then he ends up in this room, like at the very end of the story, he ends up in this room of vampire monkeys, and they don't explain how he gets out of that. I'm like, come on, you can't tease me like that. That was like, it was just so funny how randomly like that ending was. And I was like, no, we're not gonna talk about that. No, just gonna move on. All right. Like that should just be a separate episode on its own. The vampire monkeys. Oh my god, that should be the Christmas special. Be this time travel thing where Missy's observing the him having to deal with the vampire monkeys, and he gets out.
It should be an amalgamation. Yeah, it should be that, and also she also observes Tennant and the Hoyks from Love and Monsters. We just find out more about that.
Yeah, I'm sure we need to know more about the Absorber Love.
Yeah.
Strongest character in the entire...
At least it is universally the same opinion.
Yeah.
Even the creator hated it, and he was like a kid.
Yeah.
So this is not what I asked for. Like, at least the kid acknowledges that the final product was crap. So,
yeah.
There you go. That's what you get when you cross Blue Peter with Doctor Who. You get stuff like that.
Just do the gadgets, because the gadgets are great. They
gadgets,
well
I didn't mind so
Breath.
much. Yeah, Deep Breath, I didn't mind the gadgets so much. I love the hat one the best. I love the hat. That was pretty cool. Alright, we got number 2. So number 2 is the Zygon Invasion, the Zygon Inversion, with 8.24 out of 10.
Oof.
What do you guys think?
What do we think? Nick, I want to ask you first. What do you think of this one?
I think it's too high. And I think the only reason why it's that high in the first place is because of the speech in the second one. That's the only reason. And keep in mind, the speech is like half the Zygon Inversion, but the Zygon Invasion was a very episode. I loved the intro part where they talk about the Day of the Doctor. It's like once upon a time there was 3 Doctors, 2 Osgoods. That one, I can't remember the last part.
What I love about that intro, though, is the fact that if someone had joined on in, like, Series 8, they'd be like, what the hell? Why is Ollivander standing there with that dude from Broadchurch? What's going on? It's so much confusing.
Yeah, but let's be honest, the only reason why it's this high is because of the really awesome war speech that Capaldi does. Well, I'll give Jenna Coleman credit. She is absolutely fantastic in the two-parter. She does a really good job of playing Bonnie and Clara and making it distinguishable enough to determine they're 2 different characters. Yeah, that's my thoughts. What about you guys?
Do you want to...
You go for it.
I don't have a strong opinion on this one. I think I agree with with Nick. It definitely had a bit of an overrating there because of that speech. But overall, you know, it was better than Sleep No More, so that counts for something. But
based on this poll, everything was better than Sleep No More. So
yeah, I know.
You're not really saying much there.
I liked it. I think it was, you know, I think the first 2, you know, Apprentice and Witch was probably a bit better, but I think it was a solid double, and I was happy with it. Plus, freaking what's her name? Osgood. I can't get enough of her.
Ingrid
I don't know
Oliver,
why.
she's so funny.
She's just amazing. She's like, if I was Doctor Who, I'd be like, as a female, obviously, I'd be her, like just the biggest fangirl, just like, you know, Zygons and Mark, and she's just like, with the Doctor Who memorabilia. Oh, so
and
good.
I love Capaldi's line of, I'm a big fan. Like, that means so much.
No, actually, on that same scene, there was a part, the part where he's talking about, I missed the question marks, it's like, they're my underpants. I'm like, that is too much information there, Capaldi, too much.
And he's so proud of it as well.
And it's like, the part where we're in the car, I was like, I think it's the first time I've seen you smile. It's like, scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and also the part where he's criticizing London. It's like, London, what a dump. And he's just
What a
like,
dump.
it's like, you hear all the time. And it's like, I get shut out a lot of the time. Doesn't mean I necessarily enjoy it. I was like, yes. I'm glad they acknowledged that. That was really funny.
So clever.
Oh, and the part where he jumps out of the plane and he has the Union Jack, and it's like, why is your...
Camouflage.
Yeah, it's like, what? It's like, why do you have the Union Jack as a thing? It's like, camouflage. I'm like, really?
It's the Union Jack. I'm in England.
There are definitely some funny moments, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's be honest, the speech is the main reason why it's number 2.
Yeah.
It certainly would be. It should be swapped with the Dalek two-parter. That's for sure.
Go number 1. Number 1, have a guess what it is, guys.
Nardol's Return.
Oh,
Nardole,
got
Nardole,
it.
swimming.
No, number 1 is Last Christmas.
Seriously?
No.
No, I was gonna say.
No.
God.
No shit, it's Heaven
You
Sent.
scared me.
Heaven
Oh.
Sent.
Listen, the way jokes like we just made there work is you do it once. Doing it, the thing you say after is supposed to be the truth. It really scared me.
Oh,
I was worried.
horrified.
I was like, am I gonna have to go and binge watch Walking Dead and say bye Doctor Who? I'm joining a new fandom. I'm done.
It was so bad it wasn't even on the list.
I wanna seclude myself now.
The reason is because on IMDb, Last Christmas is classified as season 9, episode 0. So for a second, I thought Nick was like,
yeah, I thought
serious. I was horrified. Oh, jeez.
No, because I remember
thank
you making
God.
the comment, it's like, oh, I wonder if they're going to include Last Christmas in the poll. I'm like, no. And then I thought I'd just see if you caught up on that.
Ugh.
Yes,
Right.
Number 1 is, of course, Heaven Sent with 8.55 out of 10.
It's interesting that score though. The fact that none of them hit 9.
Well,
Like-
amazingly, actually, a lot of older people, older readers, actually downgraded the votes, whereas a lot of the younger people actually brought up the votes. So,
Interesting.
blame the old people.
Yes.
So who wants to start praising this one?
I just want to say that
I've said
this is
enough
number
about it.
1 and it doesn't feature Jenna Coleman, and that says miles about Doctor Who.
Well, technically it does have Jenna Coleman in it, but...
She's not the companion.
No.
He is.
She's and also half of it is a stunt double in a bad wig. So
He is the Doctor,
Actually-
the companion.
Actually,
and
no, they said that Jenna Coleman actually... You know how you had that behind shot? And everyone thought it was it actually was her.
Oh,
weird because she
It
looks
wasn't-
so
wasn't-
different.
Exactly. But it was her. Because I remember
Right,
they've
okay.
interviewed Jenna, and she's like, no, that actually was me from behind. I'm like, wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, you would have fooled me.
Yeah. Hey Jenna, that was your last episode, but do you mind coming back for just one session? We just want to shoot the back of your head for a bit, which sounds really bad. Film the back of your head, not shoot you in the head.
I was like, oh, by the way, can you then do another episode after that too? You know, just satisfy us. I don't
maybe
think
just
there's
die
too much
one
needs
more
to be said
time.
about
Just
it.
There's not much to be said.
I
Everything's
think
been
everything I've praised enough about in the last episode.
I mean, yeah, I've praised this episode like 50 times, and all I can say is Capaldi just steals the show in this. Like, his acting is just...
There's no one else to steal the show, though. Really?
Oh no, there's the Veil. He just
Yeah, that's
nah,
true.
He's so
His
good. Man.
nightmare.
that is a really good monster, though.
And the back of
That is a
Power's
really
head,
good monster.
obviously.
This is true.
Yeah.
That's a monster in itself.
But the Moffat Tele duo, just oof.
No,
can't
I
say
love
much
the
more.
reveal at the end though, where he finds out he was in the confession dial
The
the whole
confession
time.
doll, yeah.
That was awesome. I was like, I should have seen that coming, and I didn't. It blew my mind. Not many things blow my mind, but that reveal really did blow my mind. And then they if I hadn't seen the freaking reveal announcement that Gallifrey would be back, I would have loved the part where, because you see the TARDIS behind the crystal, so you think, oh, he's gonna go back to the TARDIS. No, it's Gallifrey. See, that would have been awesome if I didn't already know that Gallifrey was in Hellbent. Bloody BBC, you had one job. Fund Doctor Who and don't screw it up. Actually, that's 2 jobs, but it's one big job.
One collective, Doctor Who.
So
that's-
you're not going to do any more praising there?
Will,
I
did you
was-
want to...
I will say when I finished watching it, I didn't. I feel like I might have gotten the hype prior to it, so finishing it I was like, that was okay. But watching it again, post hype, I can 100% see the love for it.
I saw it a second time
Yeah.
straight after watching it the first time, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I mentioned it last episode, I nearly didn't watch Heaven Sent because I was just so disappointed by the end of The Face of Raven. I was just like, oh.
I'm
I
done with
didn't want to
Doctor Who.
see the next time trailer for Heaven Sent.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, thank God I stuck through with it. It was like the... I was like, oh, nice. We do get other mini stuff here. You have Best Director, Rachel Talalay, 61%.
Yeah.
Can you
Well,
really question that?
Nope.
Best Writer, Stephen Moffat, 54%. Again, not really a shock there at all. He
Yeah.
definitely had the better scripts. Best Score, Heaven Sent.
yep. That's
No
that's
surprises
mainly for
there.
for the bird music.
Oh, that was awesome. We need our Series 9 soundtrack!
Yeah.
Please.
I love everyone on YouTube that do the unreleased music. You're beautiful, you're great, but it sounds crap.
It's not the same because it's
Like-
not the same quality.
Tough
I
love
get
from
you.
Will
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, they used to be great, but I think they're mixing it much more carefully now to disallow for that to be a lot more difficult.
Mm.
Because Series 5, I remember really clear, clean, unreleased scores on YouTube, but now it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sorry, just getting technical for a
No,
moment.
that's
let's
alright.
get back into the the poll.
I just
That's
want
it.
my soundtrack. I want my soundtrack so badly.
Oh, same.
I want my iPod to be updated with like 100 more songs.
Yeah.
Favorite villain. So this kind of did surprise me. Davros, 70%.
Oh.
70%
Whoa.
in comparison to like Missy, which was second.
That's amazing, yeah.
I mean, that's all probably the classic fans, maybe? I don't
Maybe.
know.
I feel like he's the one villain that had a motive and was interesting.
Yeah.
But let's be
The
honest.
others sort of missed a little bit.
But let's be honest. Missy was much improved this season in comparison to last
Oh.
season.
Oh, she was amazing.
Definitely.
Last season I had my moments where I was like, I don't want you to be here. The two-parter I was
This
like,
season
this is
they had-
great. I'm fine.
And the fact that we know Michelle Gomez will be in Series 10 is going to be
Yep.
a great thing, considering the quality of Series 9, you hope. And then favourite monsters, with the Zygons, with 50%. The Zygons. They beat the Daleks, which I think got 30-something%.
I mean, the Daleks did nothing in those two-parters. It was all about Davros.
Yeah.
So, as monsters, as villains, they didn't really do much. Compared
Yeah.
to the Zygons, who killed people and morphed into your loved ones. So I guess that puts them up there.
No? Alright.
No.
Straight to the miscellaneous stuff. Don't worry, all these awkward pauses are going straight out the window.
Going.
Gone. Christopher Eccleston spoke with ABC Melbourne's Drive Show and provided insight into the first series of Doctor Who. You mentioned this, I'm pretty sure, Will, on your YouTube channel, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Basically, he stated that it was badly organised and badly produced. However, it was never acknowledged, and that if it was, things might have ended up differently. He commented that it's very important on a first series that you make a very informed and intelligent choice, even if it means breaking the budget, about getting the first director, who is going to set the tone for the season, for the way the actors relate, and that did not happen. Actually, interesting about that comment, so I had to look up to see who the first block director was for Series 1, and it was Keith Bowick, and he directed 3 RTD episodes, them being Rose, Aliens of London, World War 3. And I gotta say, I'm not surprised in the slightest about there being ridiculous change in tone for the first block. Because when you think about it, Rose is kind of a serious thing, and then you have Aliens of London, which is basically Slovene, and less said about that, the better.
Yep.
He also said it was tragic that he didn't play the Doctor for longer, and said his performance would have improved had he done a second season.
See, he had me at the start, but those comments, it's just him crying that he didn't. He said no. Like, he made a bad choice a long time ago, and now he's finally realizing it was a bad choice.
Yeah, I just...
Like, I'm sorry, Eccleston.
I'm just amazed that there was so much hostility. You'd think... Like, maybe nowadays it's better, but I'm just surprised at how hostile it must have been for Eccleston to think, I can't do this.
I need to get out of here. Yeah. I suppose
know.
at the time the BBC, they kind of didn't want Doctor Who back. Like, as a whole, the company was kind of like, we don't need it.
Yeah.
So that's probably a lot of where it would have stemmed from.
I don't know. I'm surprised he mentioned it to the Drive show in ABC. That was the part that surprised me the most, is that Melbourne.
Yeah.
I mean, what does Melbourne have?
Oi, we have stuff. We have packs.
Yeah, you have packs.
You have packs. That's what you have.
We also had John Barrowman, who I couldn't go to see.
Sydney has had him.
Yeah, I want to go see him.
I know. I love my
he
photo
has the
with
best
him.
the best photo things, photo ops.
Oh yeah.
The things he does to his fans. Oof. I'm not complaining here.
You got anyone else any other comments about Eccleston?
No.
I was surprised it was Keith Bowick of all people. I thought, because Euros Lyn is a very well-known director from Series 1 to Thor. I was surprised that she wasn't the first block director, but apart from that, no, I got nothing. So I'll move on to the next point. Doctor Who will get the Mr. Men treatment in a series of upcoming books. They're going to be written and illustrated by Roger Hargraves' son, Adam. They'll have the 1st, 4th, 11th, and 12th Doctors, and it will combine the iconic storytelling of Doctor Who with Mr. Men's whimsical humour and design. You guys excited for Mr. Ben?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm waiting for something.
Yes. I'm trying to say it, like, just enclosed in my hypeness right now. But, oh my god.
I can't remember the last time I've actually... You get going.
I just want them to be a big W, is my big problem.
Oh,
the difficulty of getting them.
Oh, Will!
Yeah!
Oh, that's my dream right there, just substitute you for me. Like, that's a dream come true, holy shit.
I've just chucked through my John Barrowman photo op picture.
He's carrying him. That's what we say right now. And it is your face just really, oof. Here's a, oof, okay. The picture's so good.
Oh my god, I just realised that you uploaded more pictures, because I'm on the notes, so I didn't see the pictures, so I just noticed the tribbles.
Yep, the tribbles.
Oh my god. South Park, seriously?
Yep. He's just catching up. Oh,
yeah, I'm
Will,
just catching up.
Oh, you better be there next year.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed that you and I were at the same place at the same time and didn't know each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
The world is strange.
Yeah. I was there with my girlfriend at the time, and we had a photo with John Barrowman. And
man.
He was like to me, because he saw my sonic screw, because I was holding the sonic screwdriver, the 10th Doctor, because it made sense to have the 10th Doctor's screwdriver, not the 11th. So it's just like, he's like, hey, hold it out like that, hold it out, hold it out right in front of me, right? And then he does this like orgasm face, and I'm just like, of course you're gonna do that. But seriously seeing your face, though, I can do it. It's all good. Editing. Yeah, seeing your face is absolutely hilarious. Like, I don't even know what you're looking at. You're not looking at John, you're looking past him.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was the discussion we were talking about?
Mr. Men!
There we go. I think we're all
Men.
hyped for that, because I definitely am.
Yes, I can't wait to see the stories, actually, in all honesty. Whether they're going to be new stories or classic stories just redone in in Mr. Men form.
Either way,
I don't know.
I'm
excited.
keen.
Yeah.
I hope they do the other Doctors. That we don't limit
actually they
ourselves
will.
to the popular ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
guess
did the first,
they're
4th, 11th,
putting-
12th makes sense.
Yeah, they're dipping their toes out to see how many people buy them, and then they'll do the rest, I'd assume.
I'll probably buy the 11th and 12th. I'll not consider the 4th and the 1st, but I'm definitely buying 11th and 12th. That's what's going to happen. Alright, speaking of John Barrowman.
Hey,
segue! So, he spoke to Radio Times about the fact that the Torchwood return was stalled by certain egos. He commented, "I was told that there are some obstacles to overcome, and every time I tried to talk about a way around them, it was almost like there was another obstacle. And this is a personal thing for me. This is not anything that was discussed. But I find it really a little disheartening that a company like the BBC can't just say, put your egos aside, we're all going to go forward with this. I travel all over the world, and I see the popularity of Torchwood when it comes down that it's not being done because of people's egos. I find it very difficult. There's a lot of politics involved, and the people that are close to it, I think, would love to see it done, but there's just certain egos in the path that are just standing in the way. That's all I'll say." This, coincidentally, ties into a video that was released online that almost every single person has seen in regards to Doctor Who, where he comments that Torchwood needed the approval of Doctor Who executives to come back, and implied that a certain Scotsman was impeding in the way, and that once Chibnall becomes showrunner, it might happen.
But didn't that specific person say that wasn't the case? I remember.
Yeah, I'll get to that. But I just want to know what you
good.
guys' thoughts about the two comments that Barrowman has said. Do you think it's fair?
I think it's a debacle out of nothing that Barrowman's made. Like, I'm sure it's been blown out of proportion, basically. There's things that we don't know that he probably doesn't know either, and by speaking about these things, he's forced ideas into our heads, and he's obviously got ideas about why it's not going to air. And yeah, I think it's just a bit over the top for what it is.
Yeah.
I also think it is 100% the man that I do believe that it's a certain ego that is stopping it.
Well, let's get to this certain ego in a second. So, the Scotsman, let's not beat around the bush, Moffat, since commented on it, saying that you may be aware that John Barrowman has been saying publicly that I've been blocking a new series of Torchwood. To be very clear, I haven't blocked it. I wouldn't block it. I wouldn't even be able to block it. I didn't even know there was a revival. I didn't even know a revival had been mooted until I read about it on the internet. As John perfectly well knows, it's not my show, and I could no more prevent it happening that he could cancel Sherlock. I'm bewildered and a little cross even to be included in this conversation. For the record, I really like this show, especially the third series, and would be very happy to see more Monsters of Mayhem, why not? But the fact is, it has nothing to do with me. Please pass this on to the anxious and the angry. I've had enough hay mail now.
And that's just a sub thing. That's nothing to do with Torchwood. I just had enough of hate mail. That's nothing to do with Torchwood.
It's just Torchwood just happened to be the thing that pushed him over the edge. I've got a question though. So, do you think, right, that the mature themes of class, they, jeopardize a return of Torchwood? Because when it originally came out, right, so you had Torchwood being the adult show, and then you had the Sarah Jane Adventures being the child-friendly one. But now that we have class, do you know what I mean?
That we would need a kid show rather than another adult one?
Exactly.
Yeah. See, my big problem with class is exactly that, is that they've filled the gap with the Torchwood-like show. And I know this is diverging off what you're saying, but my mind's saying it right now. I feel like we needed another kids show because I feel like it's the kids that are starving. We've got Big Finish. We've got Torchwood in Big Finish. We didn't need mature stuff, but that's another topic. Sorry.
It's good to
No, that's all good. That's perfectly understandable.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think that class is definitely put Torchwood back a year, if anything.
A year?
I
You don't think there'll be a
feel-
series 2 if it comes out?
I'm from the first 2 episodes. I don't think it'll be granted a second series. No.
I'm surprised, in all honesty.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but I just don't think the story needs another series from the looks of it.
I hate to agree with Will on what he just said. I say hate because I feel like, not straying too far off, that, Class has done well with what its goal was, and I feel like having that go because of, the whole one adult, one kids, and then just Doctor Who is like sort of the center thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Interested to see how Torchwood develops with all the comments that have been said recently.
Alright. Next topic.
Thanks for the awkward times, guys. It really helped me through. It's like, when's someone going to talk? Jesus. Thanks, guys. Oh, okay.
It's alright. As I said, editing. Ooh.
Okay.
Slide those awkward pauses together.
I was like, I'll probably just do like this outtake thing where I'll just add all the awkward pauses. Just make like a 3-minute
That'd
video.
be horrifying. Gee.
Okay. Next topic. Big W are now selling the 12th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. What the hell was the logic behind this?
They announced it far too late. Like, the amount of people that had already ordered them for $50 from ABC. Like, no one wanted them. No one expected that.
I was going to get it from Zing, because Zing at least has the...
$39 as well.
Yeah, at least. And then I found out Big W. By the way, I haven't actually found it in Big W, but I know you have, Will.
Yeah, my local one has like 8, and I'm really waiting for Christmas to buy them all for $10.
All I know is that I definitely will get the sonic screwdriver at some point to get to my collection.
Of course.
I was hoping to get the 12th Doctor sonic screwdriver and the pop figure at EB Expo, but unfortunately, I was not so lucky. It was never there, which is a shame. But it'll happen probably Christmas. I'm hoping for Christmas because it's only a couple months away. I don't know. We'll see. But can I just say the design of it looks really awesome, and I know you went in depth with it, but it does really look awesome, like the design of it. Yeah, I'll move on to the next topic because I don't think I have much else to say about that.
No.
Big Finish. They announced... Yay, finally Big Finish. Nice to talk about that. They announced a new series for Captain Jack Harkness called The Lives of Captain Jack.
Yay.
This will be released in June 2017. Of course, John Barrowman will be in all 4 stories that are being written by James Goss and Guy Adams. Amazingly, though, both of those guys are actually 2 of the 3 writers that are going to be responsible for the Class tie-in novels. So, there you go. Interesting fact. In all honesty, I think this is why Barrowman was in Cardiff. Remember how we were predicting what that was? I think this was it. It's going to have Russell Tovey, Kimmel Kaduri, Katie Manning, among other people.
I love that it's got Jackie.
Yeah, well, this is why. I'll explain in a minute. So there are 4 stories. The first one is The Year After I Died. So the synopsis is set in the year 200-101 on an Earth ravaged by the Daleks. We see Jack struggling to save humanity from its oldest enemy. So obviously this implies it's going to be set after the Parting of the Ways. I'm intrigued to see where they take that story. The second one is going to be called Wednesdays for Beginners. Jack and Jackie Tyler, I love that, must unite to rescue the powerless state from a force whose name Jackie can't say. I
Probably
love
because she's
that.
got a bad... She just can't speak well.
I absolutely love the fact that it's going to be a name that Jackie will just struggle saying. I just find that's going to be very funny. Obviously, that's going to imply it's going to be set before Doomsday because parallel universes and all that. The third one's going to be called One Enchanted Evening. So this one's going to be Captain Jack and Alonzo Frame have only just met, but why did the Doctor want them to be together?
Oh god.
And so this is set up, of course, after the end of Time Part 2. Honest to God, I thought the reason why those two were met is because Jack was lonely and they were going to shag.
Yeah.
That's the...
Why are they actually giving it a reason?
Yeah. It's
my
called
God.
One Enchanted Evening.
That
Like-
sounds so corny that
It
I'm
sounds
probably
like
going to
a-
listen to it, you know.
It sounds like it's just going to be a porn soundtrack.
Well, then I'm in. Interested. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing that I'd be interested with that sort of leeway is Will's most recent picture. But apart from that,
Where
That's
Will is
so
playing the role of
something
Alonzo
to say.
Frame.
Yeah.
And
man,
the final
alright.
one is called Month 25. He's the young star of the Time Agency, and his whole life is about to fall apart. But that's not going to stop him winning, which means it's
I like
obviously
that.
set before The Empty Child. I'm intrigued to see what the Time Agency actually is,
yes.
Yeah.
because we've heard about it, but we know nothing about it whatsoever.
Like, it's such a science fiction sounding thing.
The Time Agency.
The Time Agents. Like, alright.
I mean, it sounds cool in theory. You know,
It sounds
let's be
pretentious, like Time Lord, but I can excuse that.
honest. Time agent.
Or in Legends of Tomorrow, Time Masters, not to be confused with Time Lords.
Yeah, it's, two very different things.
Yeah.
We've always got a bit of an upgrade.
All
It's a
right,
great show, by the way.
we'll go to the second last bit of news we have. So, according to a digital spy survey poll thing they did, I don't know. The 10th Doctor was voted the best TV character of the 21st century, despite
This
only
piece of news.
despite only being 16 years into the 21st century. We've already established that the 10th Doctor is the best one.
Now, this piece of news angers me heavily because I
Heavily?
and
Wow.
I'm going to tell you why. I regularly visit the Doctor Who Reddit, and this popped up, and this got people really interested. Not only the 16 years thing, but the first 3 rated is 10th Doctor, Castiel, and Sherlock. It is the Super Who-lock fandom.
Thanks for
Legitimately.
pointing that. I was going to get to that, but you've already acknowledged that.
Yes,
Yes.
so I beat you to it. This is complete. Obviously, 10th was my favorite one, but this was a completely fandom biased thing. They had Walter White from Breaking Bad below Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. I think that just, I don't know about you guys, but my feelings towards Big Bang Theory is pretty low. But just the idea behind the poll was a bit weird. But I'm happy Tennant got it. Good on him.
My
that's all
opinion
for
on
me.
what you just said about the Big Bang Theory can be summed up in 4 words. What the f***ing
Well said.
Yeah.
I can't stand
Like,
Big Bang Theory.
I'll just do this. Like, you had 10th Doctor first, Castiel second, Sherlock third, Hannibal Lecter fourth, Tyrion Lannister fifth, Buffy Summers sixth, Mal Reynolds seventh, Gregory House eighth, Daryl Dixon ninth, with Sheldon Cooper taking the 10th spot. Like, what are your
That's
thoughts on
just,
this?
There are some that were good options like Mal Reynolds and Buffy Summers, but I don't know. I definitely don't think. I just the main problem I have with this poll is that they've already established that nothing in the next 83 years, 84 years, I don't know, 84. I can't count to 100. 84 years is going to be any greater than the 10th Doctor, Castiel, or Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, Sherlock's, Benny Cumberbatch, come on. But, Castiel, yeah, I can get behind that. And Sheldon Cooper, I'm sure there'll be someone who can revolutionize that, 10th spot.
Yeah, because
Will,
I'm
you've been
I'm
quiet.
sure the Aspergy genius has never been done before and never will be done
Yeah,
again.
no, yeah, it's brand new.
I'm just astounded that it's such a specific Doctor.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like it should just be the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Doctor is one character. He has different regenerations, but he is still one character.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I'm astounded. Like, I think that's really wrong. And if he is there, the other Doctors should be scattered there as well in that top 10. Like if you're giving, yeah, the top 10 should go 10, 11, 9. No.
And we're ignoring 12. And we're
12,
ignoring
yeah,
12 for some reason.
Yeah. Well, no, he's too recent. This is to the 21st century. You have to look at all these old characters.
I'm curious on who the last one was. I'm having a look now. Number 70 was... hold on. Lindsay Denton from Line of Duty. I don't know.
Never seen the show.
I don't even know that's the show. Yeah.
What show is that?
It's called Line of Duty.
It's a spin-off series to Call of Duty.
Let's go. Number 30, just a random pick. Oh, Michael Scottfield from Prison Break. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't really care. About
Randy
Keep
Marsh
going.
is number 27. Okay.
What was that?
Randy Marsh from South Park is number 27.
Yeah.
This is the type of stuff that I'm really... Frank Underwood is only number 24.
See, that's the first one I've agreed with, House of Cards, because I think Frank Underwood's pretty...
Stewie Griffith's 18th. Yeah, okay.
Stewie.
Yeah, this is an interesting list. Walter White is just shy of 10th spot from Mr. Cooper. Yeah, I'm just a bit weirded out by this list, but yeah, it's Maurice from IT Crowd sitting tightly at number 17.
That's nice.
I like IT Crowd, so I can get
The
behind
Stig from Top Gear at 20th, beating like majority of the...
The hell?
I mean, yeah.
Let's be honest, the Stig is more of a mysterious character than the Doctor is at this point.
Yeah.
We know less about the Stig than the Doctor, that's for sure.
Anyway,
Like, is he even human?
Fun fact: the new team racing driver for the Grand Tour is the original Stig.
Yeah, I remember
That's
he
really
got
cool.
kicked off the show because he announced in his autobiography that he was a Stig.
Yeah, but no, they brought him back for their new show, which is interesting.
I don't know. I personally didn't get into Top Gear.
Okay.
I was Top Gear Australia with Shane Jacobson, but that was like a season.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I just couldn't really get in the show. Any more whinging from you?
Nah.
sorry, I'll refrain. The next topic can't be worse, right? What's the next one?
No, the last miscellaneous news is not bad. So Matt Smith stated at the Tales from the TARDIS panel at New York Comic Con that his greatest regret on Doctor Who was not doing another series with Jenna Coleman.
I'm gonna cry now.
Which I gotta say is pretty fair. He only did get half a season, in all honesty, with Jenna.
I feel it's not just that he didn't get one with Jenna, it's the fact the Trenzalore arc was finished in 2 episodes. That is the biggest regret.
Yeah.
That arc could have stretched a series. The Doctor could have gotten darker and darker as he realised he was nearing his end. It could have been interesting for Matt Smith's Doctor, but instead they just did a filler 50th anniversary episode and then kicked him in the grave.
Yeah.
And it was like, ah!
Well,
And again, tying into another series of Jenna.
well, to be fair though, I think Trenzalore can definitely still be explored because the Doctor didn't die on Trenzalore yet.
This is
Yet.
true.
So I'm intrigued to see when the show finally does get cancelled in a million years' time, when they finally go back to Trenzalore and he goes one last battle and dies.
Yeah, because they're really going to remember that plot hole that they left alone.
It's like every show on it ever since is just going to acknowledge the Trenzalore thing. Like the whole 13 regenerations that was established like the 4th Doctor in.
Yeah.
So we'll just acknowledge that Trenzalore's a place he has to die. But I agree. I think Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman really did have an awesome dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame to... I think just in general to not have another season with Matt. I think
His Doctor hadn't run its course yet.
I think I would love to have seen a darker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, then the Valiard thing could have been explained because he got dark, you know.
13th and
in his
final
final,
generation.
yeah. But that Valiard thing's gonna just haunt Whovians forever.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like that's the excuse to bring Matt Smith back for the the 60th anniversary. We need the Valiard.
Yeah. Well, actually, the funny thing with Matt Smith is he can come back at any age because now he's existed on Trenzalore for whatever it was, 300 years. As Matt Smith gets older, no matter what he looks like, they can just rip him off Trenzalore. and they'll be like, that's why he's old. Accept it.
That sounds like something any just Doctor Who as a show will just pull out. Like,
yeah.
this happened, you're going to accept it. It's Matt Smith.
Look, it has more of an explanation than the curator, so...
That's true. But let's be honest, Tom Baker as the curator was like the perfect casting.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because his voice is so distinct.
You knew who it was straight away.
Oh, he just has that voice where you're like, you know, I really think you might. Yep, that's my Tom Baker impression, by the way. But yeah, as soon as I heard...
I really think you might.
The more I say about the Day of the Doctor, it's just, yeah. Let's just say it's almost a perfect episode.
Whoa.
Almost. I said almost a perfect episode.
Does Will know the story of how The Day of the Doctor was the first episode of 2 that I ever saw?
Well, if you listen to any of the previous podcasts, you hope so.
I did hear.
Okay, good.
As should you, listener.
Yeah, so we've only done like 3 in the past, so it's not like, it was such a back catalogue to go through.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have to say about that. We can do a quick break and then we'll come back with the discussion. How does that sound?
Let's do that. Throw to an ad break. Big W with sonic screwdrivers for an overpriced price.
$59.99. All right. Alright, welcome back to Bigger on the Inside. It's now time to do a discussion, which is the first time we've actually decided to do discussion-based stuff, but I thought, why not? Which is why not, indeed. Do you want to start with your first topic, George?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So shocked.
You are the first on the list.
Okay. So this one was a bit out of the blue. I don't know how I thought of this one, but my topic is Doctor-lite episodes. So you got things like the amazing Love and Monsters, which I know you guys, I know about me, but
adore, yeah,
brilliant.
It just really gets you off, Gets you excited.
It's yeah, like what was the one with Donna? It was just
Turn
Donna
Left?
in it. I forgot what it was called. Turn Left.
Turn
Left. So stuff like that. The episodes that we don't have the Doctor in. What are our thoughts on it, just generally as a whole?
It can work, but I wouldn't expect to see too much of it.
The one a series works well. If you did more than one, that's when it's not Doctor Who anymore.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Yeah, totally agree on that. But it obviously can work, and they've proven it does work.
A la Blink.
And exactly, a la Blink.
A la Blink.
Blink did it so well.
Yeah. What else was the companion one? Oh, sorry, just the companion-oriented episode. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Would you count Flatline as...
Yeah.
That's it. I was thinking of the Flatline.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, that is the Doctor-lite episode. Meaning the Doctor is in it, but he's like, no.
Girl Who Waited. Girl Who
Really
Waited
not.
as well. It's very much Amy and Rory's story. More so Amy.
You mean
Yeah,
the girl who
Yes.
waited? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's definitely a, oh my god, Arthur was so good in that episode. He stole the show.
He steals every show.
Which is...
He is the most underrated actor. I love him.
How can
Yeah.
he not? He's just got this goofy, nerdy charm.
Even
to him.
as Rip Hunter in Legends of Tomorrow, he's still stupid. Like
It's a thing we love about
He's
him.
stupid.
He's stupid,
stupid face.
Alright. That's an answer.
That was
so.
that was a very brief
Doctor-lite
topic. Well,
episode?
there you
It
go.
was brief,
good.
but I think
Doctor-lite
Are good
episodes
if,
are good
but we don't want
Yes.
too much of them.
without the Absolver.
Because then it might as well be
Yeah, that's
Class
what
or,
I was about to say.
Surgeon.
Is Class episode? I know we're not supposed to talk about Class, but I need to put this in there because it relates. Episode 1 of Class is basically a Doctor-lite episode. Because
Yeah.
the entire time
that is
you
the
are
definition
waiting
of it.
for the Doctor.
That is a
Yeah.
good point.
Oh,
That is
that's
a
a
very
great
good
point.
point.
All right, who's gonna go next?
Will, you're
I'll
up
go next because here's the thing, right? My thing is love in Doctor Who, and Rose is a great character in Series 1, but my dislike of her just implodes in Season 2 when it's all about...
I could not
Yeah.
agree
Yeah,
more.
you cannot disagree with
She
that.
she functions perfectly as a great companion and a best friend to Nine, but yeah, Series 2 just destroys her character.
I think that was mainly RTD's fault in that
Yeah.
aspect. He got too attached to Rose, and everything had to be about Rose, and well, that wasn't that good for the story arc.
So what do we think? Does Doctor Who need love? Not as in the show.
Like
but
honestly, I
does
mean,
it need romance? I think
nothing
is the
can
thing.
beat the romance between Tennant in Human Nature.
Yeah.
That just
The most real love.
the most real love, because I feel like first you got Rose and you got Martha, then the brilliant break of Donna not wanting to be with Doctor. That was the greatest separation for me, because Martha was like, you don't want to be with me.
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
And
blah.
then her character was
And
brilliant,
then
and every
Rose.
time she returned, that was who Martha should have been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. I thought Martha was a great character, but those times where she spun off into that romance, I think it can make or break characters, the
Yeah.
whole love situation, but it can work.
I think for me, love is subjective. So you have your romantic love, which we're all talking about, and I think the problem with love, like romantic love, is that you have to take into consideration he's like 1,000 years older than every other companion he has. So
It's
it
a
just
bit
gets
weird.
a little bit weird, We take into consideration you have Rose, who's supposed to be like this 19, 20-year-old pining
Yeah.
over a 9-year-old, 100-year-old time.
9-year-old.
It's a big-
That's a whole different show. That's a different show about a man in a trench coat.
That's pedophilia.
But so that brings up, that's a good point. And George also mentioned human nature because that's an example of where it works with the Doctor because he thinks he's human. It just works. Two humans loving each other is perfect.
Yeah.
It's just when the Doctor and a human, it's just never gonna. As an audience, we just can't see why they would think that works. Yeah.
Yep.
Tennant sums it up when he says, "I can't age. I have to watch you die." In school reunion.
That got me so hard.
Which
That-
is so
like, it was-
weird,
it was the
considering she's
honest
still
truth.
pined
Yeah.
after that episode too. Like, get off it.
She'll never learn.
She never will now because she's got her own.
Stubborn.
She's got her own Doctor.
Like my
Don't,
doctor.
do not remind me about Journey's End again, please. For God's sake, don't. But yeah, I think in that case, romantic love can work. But a romantic, just romance in general, if it's Doctor related, it doesn't really work. Something like Amy and Rory, love really does work in that aspect.
Yeah.
Because you talked about before the girl who waited, right? So, and that was a very heartbreaking episode for Rory because he had to choose between old Amy and young Amy. And he didn't dislike the fact that she grew old, it's the fact that he didn't grow old with her. And I was like, that is pure love right there.
Yeah.
Like, through thick and thin. He turned into an auton, and then still decided to wait outside the Pandora for 2,000 years. So
That's where love
love
sits.
outside. Yeah. But then you have stupid love like Martha and Mickey, which makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm just like, where was the logic behind that? There was no build up to there be any connection between these two characters. Is it because they're black? They're the two black characters you have in the show, so you just
That's
that'd be a
me,
great
my
pairing.
friend. Cannot get over that. Like every time the show comes up, we go, okay, who we got left? Okay, we'll grab you. We'll grab
We'll
you.
shove
you're
them
both
together.
black. And then just exactly.
It's like that thing. Will Smith has never
it's sweet,
never gotten
but
married to a white person in his movies. Will Smith always gets married to another black, it's never a white girl.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say something, right? If you think about it, there is a lot of interracial marriages or interrelation in 1 to 4 of Doctor Who. Think about it. You have Rose and Mickey, right? And then you have Martha, and then you had
The doctor guy.
the doctor guy. Then you had Donna, who married the black guy who betrayed him. And then she married another black guy at the end of Time Part 2.
I mean, that's saying something more so about Donna's preferences in areas, I feel.
Yeah. She likes men with big
Yes! That's what we're going with.
thumbs. Big thumbs means big loves.
I think we are ignoring the most complex, deep and meaningful relationship in the entire show. Which is Niall and Craig and Sophie from
okay.
Lodger. Like their relationship was like so.
Can I just say I love the beginning of the Lodger, where it's like, I'm going to confess, I love you.
Oh, that's good. I'm your new
like,
lodger.
that is so fun, and I just love James Corden overall as a person.
Bringing up closing time.
But like,
sorry, no, go on.
No, keep
Bringing
going.
up closing time now from the Lodger. Here's an example where love doesn't fit. You cannot destroy the Cyberman with love.
With love. Yep.
Like, the Doctor goes to give it an explanation, but even that explanation, that scientific explanation, would not have helped that. Like, it was exactly what Craig said.
I will accept a spear to the stomach. I will accept removing the emotion chip out of the Cyberman. I will accept gold. In general, as a weakness for the Cyberman. I will not accept love. I don't care how bullshit you try to make it. It is not gonna fly by me. That was just ridiculous. Or you could just go to the Nightmare and Silver approach and just blow off the planet. But yeah, love I think is a very complex thing. As I was implying before, you have the relationship between the Doctor and the TARDIS. Probably one of the greatest lovers there is of all. Stuck between a woman and a box. Story of your life, eh? But yeah, especially in the Doctor's wife, it really does come to light how intimate their relationship is without getting sexual. I'm just thinking about like the original series. I think there was a deep love, like that wasn't romantic, between like Sarah Jane and the Fourth Doctor,
Romana and
Joe Grant and the Third Doctor. Yeah, Romana and the Fourth Doctor, and I think that same love applies to the 12th and Clara. Not so much the 11th and Clara, because that was definitely
that was more
a romantic.
What?
Yeah, that was definitely
Didn't
romantic.
Matt or Jenna say themselves that the regeneration was Clara watching her boyfriend change his face? Like along those words. Someone said something like that.
I think it was Matt saying, talking about, he was saying, I'm here with my girlfriend and my wife at the panel at New York Comic Con. And that was hilarious. But I don't think that was the intention.
He wasn't getting deep with that.
I don't think he was showing her the universe just to get it on with Clara.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's just lonely and just likes girls.
Yeah.
That was most guys would, even though he's supposed to be gender fluid. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's got the male approach.
Alright, is that...
That is love, I think.
Love is
covered all
complicated.
bases.
Love cannot be defined in 20 minutes. I think you can write an essay
Yeah,
on it.
no.
And you get a lot more out of it. No, I have nothing else to really add.
Alright, shall we lead on to a final topic from Nick?
Yes, our final discussion topic. So I chose the best Doctor Who quotes. Because, let's be honest, the show is very quotable. I know quote Doctor Who all the time to my family, and they absolutely hate it. And it's not even like the simple stuff like bow ties are cool or Alonzi. It's a lot like it can be like those really deep speeches that like Matt would give, or even Capaldi would give. You know, it's just stuff like that. So I was interested to know what you found to be like the best quotes that the show would provide.
I like 12's. Coming off the back of, I'm not sure if I like love in Doctor Who. From Death in Heaven, I love is not an emotion, love is a promise. I love that quote.
It's not an emotion. Love is a promise.
Ooh,
That is a
that's
very good
one.
quote. I'll give him that. That is a very good quote.
Yeah.
I've always liked from season 5, the universe is big, it's vast and complicated and ridiculous, and sometimes, very rarely, impossible things just happen, and we call them miracles. I've always loved that one.
That quote.
But I don't understand. Why am I here?
Because you are. The universe is big, it's vast and complicated and ridiculous, and sometimes, very rarely, impossible things just happen, and we call them miracles, and that's a theory. 900 years, never seen one yet. But this would do me.
So much.
Again, what makes Series 5 probably the best one in New Who.
It's such a fairy tale, that entire series. Like, it's so beautiful. It is just you could show that to a person who doesn't watch Doctor Who, and they'd understand it. Like, it's the most closed series, I think, of them all. I think I love it. That is my favorite Doctor Who series. But continue with quotes.
For me, I'm gonna go 4. So the first one I'm gonna go with is the Ninth Doctor one. My favorite is actually you know how at the end of The Empty Child, he's like to the people like, go to your room. Go to your room. I really mean it. I really am crossed. Go to your room. Well, my favorite quote actually comes after that. It's the actual, the part where he's just like,
I don't think that'll work.
thank goodness that worked. That would have been terrible last words. And I've used that so often.
I'm really glad that worked. Those would have been terrible last words.
I just find that very funny. Just like, it's a serious thing, and he's just so cheerful at the end of it. Next one for you guys.
His entire, again, back to Series 5, his entire monologue to young Amy before he goes into the crack.
When you wake up, you'll have a mum and dad. And you won't even remember me. Well, you'll remember me a little. I'll be a story in your head. That's okay. We're all stories in the end. Just make it a good one, eh? 'Cause it was, you know. It was the best. The daft old man who stole a magic box and ran away. Did I ever tell you that I stole it? Well, I borrowed it. I was always going to take it back. Oh, that box. Amy. Your dream about that box. He'll never leave you. Big and little at the same time. Brand new and ancient and the bluest blue ever. And the times we had, eh? Would have had. Never. In your dreams, they'll still be there. The Doctor and Amy Pond. And the days that never came. The cracks are closing. But they can't close properly till I'm on the other side. I don't belong here anymore. I think I'll skip the rest of the rewind. I hate repeats. Live well. Love, Rory. Bye-bye, Bond.
And I love how it was just all just to remind her about the something gold, something new, something borrowed, something blue. That was really funny.
Clever.
He just did this long, complicated speech just to hammer that in.
He could have just yelled at her. Just yelled that phrase at her. But just the live well, love Rory thing, like, it just breaks my heart.
That was good.
I think that's less so the quote and more so just Matt Smith. He delivers those lines very well. Let's be honest. So on that, I'm just gonna throw out my last favorite quote as well, which is the big Rings of Akaten speech.
Okay then. That's what I'll do. I will tell you a story. All these people who lived in terror of you and your judgment. All these people whose ancestors devoted themselves, sacrificed themselves to you. Can you hear them singing? Oh, you like to think you're a god. You're not a god. You're just a parasite eaten out with jealousy and envy and longing for the lives of others. You feed on them, on the memory of love and loss and birth and death and joy and sorrow. So, come on then. Take mine. Take my memories. But I hope you've got a big appetite. Because I have lived a long life. And I have seen a few things. I walked away from the last great Time War. I marked the passing of the Time Lords. I saw the birth of the universe, and I watched as time ran out. Moment by moment until nothing remained. No time, no space. Just me. I walked in universes where the laws of physics were devised by the mind of a madman. And I watched universes freeze and creations burn. I have seen things you wouldn't believe. I have lost things you will never understand. And I know things, secrets that must never be told, knowledge that must never be spoken, knowledge that will make parasite gods blaze. So come on then, take it! Take it all, baby! Have it! You have it all!
I'll probably insert a clip right now, just in case we're not bothered to say the entire quote. I'll just insert a clip.
Yeah.
Editing!
Yeah, season 5 just has so many good quotes. Holy, I'm just remembering another one. Yeah. This is a long one, so I need to Google to make sure I got the right one. But the way I see it, every life is a pile of good things and bad things. The good things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa. The bad things don't always spoil the good things and make them unimportant.
The way I see it, every life is a pile of good things and bad things. Hey, the good things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa. The bad things don't necessarily spoil the good things or make them unimportant.
That is a brilliant
I felt like, such a good quote. Again, this is series 5. Just putting it out there again to all you. Oh. Yeah, it's just it's the real honest. Like the way I don't know how to explain it. Just really good quotes.
Yeah.
Just the honesty of it is just.
Moffat wrote some beautiful episodes in that series.
And had some great quotes as a result.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mine's going to be another Moffat episode, but it's not from Series 5. And it's actually one that you've actually mentioned yourself, Will. Everyone feels to have an irrational fear of the dark. But it's not irrational. It's Vashta Nerada.
Almost every species in the universe has an irrational fear of the dark. But they're wrong. Because it's not irrational. It's Vashta Nerada.
What's Vashta Nerada?
It's what's in the dark. It's what's always in the dark.
It is just so good how Tennant delivers that line when they're in the library, and it's just like, that was the first time I've ever gotten chills from hearing someone deliver a quote like that. That was just, and of course you have your time isn't a straight line, of course. I'll insert the entire quote because I can't remember it off my head, but it's basically where wibbly wobbly timey-wimey came from.
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
I love Don't Be Lasagna.
I was just about to say that.
Why?
Ever microwave the lasagna without pricking the film on top?
It explodes.
Don't be lasagna.
From Into the Dalek, that was absolutely hilarious.
I also occasionally yell at people and say I hate banter. I'm against banter.
I'm against banter. I'm just trying to go through them all. I'm trying to think of an 11th Doctor quote that you guys have already mentioned.
I was thinking, because I've recently binged watched all of Star Wars Rebels, I was thinking about how different the Force is to how the Doctor describes being a human being. It gets to the reason, because he says fear is a superpower, but as a Jedi, you can't be fearful of things. So it was like, who do I believe, Yoda or the Doctor? I'm in a... Yeah!
The Doctor, sorry. Like, come on. Don't even
This is
think
true. The
about
Jedi
that.
did
Just like,
basically screw themselves over by living by their logic, so
Exactly.
that's true. Back to Doctor Who.
yeah, that thing I want to talk about. For what's it been roughly? Like 2.5 hours, give or take?
You're getting your quality's worth here.
Yes, you are. From 3 season 5 loving fans.
I mean, who wouldn't love season 5?
No, it was amazing. Again, like the third or fourth phase.
Third? Pump it up a bit.
Trying to soften the reality of this, but yeah, probably like.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Season 1 from Series 2, right? So, say what you will about Army of Ghost Doomsday, but it actually has one of my favourite interchanges. You have no sense of... you have no sense
Elegance.
of... Elegance. It's like, this is obvious. That was just a very, very funny
This is not
interchange.
war. This is pest control.
This pest control. It's like sometimes it's just as simple as that. It's just really it doesn't have to be like this really long speech.
It doesn't have to be deep or meaningful. It's just bits and pieces.
Oh, here we go. I got one right. So this is from Day of the Doctor. Woo! Day of the Doctor. It's the part where
Clara sometimes asks me if I dream. Of course I dream, I tell her. Everybody dreams. But what do you dream about, she'll ask. Same thing everybody dreams about, I tell her. I dream about where I'm going. She always laughs at that. But you're not going anywhere, you're just wandering about. That's not true. Not anymore. I have a new destination. My journey is the same as yours, the same as anyone's. It's taken me so many years, so many lifetimes, but at last I know where I'm going. Where I've always been going. Home. The long way round.
and it just has the visual of all. Yeah, seriously, that visual of all 13 Doctors looking up and seeing Gallifrey.
As botchy as some of them look, it's still a great thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Some of them could look better.
Tom Baker, he looks like someone's hit him in the face with a frying pan.
I agree, that face is horrible, but at the time you don't care.
Not at all. I was screaming in my living room at whatever, like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, here, hang on. This is probably my favourite quote of all time, and it's 4 words. No, sir, or 13. And then you see, Capaldi's eyebrows, and the entire, because as I've watched in the theatre, so the entire cinema just absolutely lost their shit when they saw Capaldi's eyebrows. And I don't blame them. I lost my shit too. It was just exciting, and it all just came from those 4 words.
No, sir. All 13.
So that's definitely resonated with me. Do you guys have any more quotes that you can come off the top of your head?
Excellent bottom.
Oh my god! I remember that. That's Empty Child, isn't it? Just want to clarify. Yes. Okay. Cool. Hang on. I got another one. It's like, am I naked in front of millions of viewers? Like, absolutely. It's like, ladies, your viewing figures just went up, and he does that little cheeky grin. I'm like, yes.
So good.
Couldn't imagine Harry Sullivan doing that line.
Oh, definitely not. I don't think you can even imagine a girl saying that line. That'd be uproar.
Does anyone have any more?
I've got nothing.
No, I'm good.
All good?
Yep.
Do you want to edit here? Alright. Will, when can people find you?
They can find me on YouTube at The Doctor of Who, as well as Twitter and Instagram. And on Facebook, if you search The Doctor of Who, you'll find me. But if you write The Dr. of Who, you'll get straight there, because for some reason I can't make it the full word Doctor. Yeah. Actually, I found out why it was. Best reasoning. My URL of my private Facebook page is The Doctor of Who. So I've screwed myself over.
Nice one.
That's
cause
perfect.
Yeah.
Cause of screwing yourself. Interesting.
So yes, just search for The Doctor of Who and eventually you'll find my face.
The Doctor... Oh wait, I've already...
Yeah,
It's like, Ringo, how about you? Where can people find you?
Depends. Do they want to find me?
They can find him in the Beatles.
Yes, you can. Thanks for that nickname, by the way. I have gotten a lot of coverage over that one. You can find me on Twitter at GCap42, because GCap's taken, and 42 is the best number.
It's the best Martha episode too, Taylor.
If you'd like to see any behind-the-scenes cool things on Skipperino or any other projects, you can find Blackwood Films on Facebook, which is that. Which you should find. I haven't tried it. But yeah. Nickname?
Well, I just want to point out, because you're actually spot on, Will, about why I call him Ringo. So, we had this conversation, I don't know, it feels like years ago, but it's only been months. But, yeah, where I just wanted to piss him off by nicknaming him after the worst member of the Beatles.
Whoa! I forgot that was the reason.
That was the entire reason why you're just Ringo. That's the only reason.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, that clears it up for a lot of people.
Yeah.
He called me something because of the worst. My name is associated with the worst in Nick's mind.
He was like, you can't be named after George Harrison. No. George Harrison's a decent person. I'm going to name you after Ringo.
Not that people want to find you after that, Nick, but where will people find you if they decide to?
Well, I have a YouTube that I never use, so don't bother looking on that. I have a Twitter, though, at nquest63. 63, of course, is the year that Doctor Who first started.
Nerd.
Fantastic name. Really? Coming from you, 42 being the best number? Really? Really?
It is!
Also, we just spent 2.5 hours talking about Doctor Who. I don't think any of us could talk about being nerds.
Exactly.
Maybe. I'm holding a sonic screwdriver spork that a Pocketeer gave to me.
Whoa,
right now,
whoa,
so-
whoa, okay. No need
Yeah,
to, no
I
need
think
for
I win.
euphemisms there.
Alright, I see how it is.
We also have a Facebook page because we just found it was too hard to keep.
With a whopping 4
Oh.
likes.
4 likes, yeah! Bigger on the inside on Facebook. We'll upload every episode there. I'll also upload it on Twitter. Please do check us out. Please tell people about it. We want the
We enjoy
exposure.
the popularity.
We want the
comments.
love. We want the respect.
We want the love like Rose gives Doctor.
We want the love that Rose gives 10-2 every night.
Yeah,
before
10-2,
she goes
sorry.
to bed.
Because he exists.
10-2 sounds like a clock.
Okay, on that note,
Yes, thank you so much for listening, guys. Next podcast will be the Class podcast. We'll look at episodes 1 to 4, and as we mentioned earlier, Will has his reviews of episode 1 and 2. I'm guessing you're going to do the rest
I
of
shall.
them.
Yeah, I'm aiming for Mondays.
Alright.
That seems to be the easiest. So Mondays for Australia.
Alright, so make sure to check
There
out
should be a
his
review.
thoughts on that when they come out. Until then, nickname out.
Doctor Who.
Ringo out.
Anything else you want to comment about that trailer that I didn't really understand anything about? That I can't provide any constructive opinion on? Yep, no, nothing.
No,
Nothing.
that doesn't seem like it. There's like a
Alright.
terrifying pause.
Alright, you know what? I'm probably going to edit out that pause because, I don't know, I just can. Editing.
And you're going to edit that part, and you're going to edit that part.
Yeah,
and
and then
edit
edit
me
this as
saying
well.
that, and then...
And
yeah.
this. And
yeah.
also this.
Every time we say the word edit, you gotta...
Editing. It'll just go on the end like I do every other bit that I cut out.